Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he would never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Monday, this rainy Monday? We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due, how we always do, man. You already know if you catch this on the playback, smash that like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, and come say what up to the dopest chat in the land. How y'all feeling today, man? How's everybody feeling? Did y'all enjoy this weekend of boxing, man? We had a lot of boxing this weekend. Some good outcomes, man, that led to some interesting conversations, as they should, you know. Whenever we see a good fight, especially a championship level fight, we always looking at what's next and who they going after next, man. So we're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk about this boxing, man. We got to put some respect on my guy Richardson, Hitchens' name, man. They was doubting him. They was counting him out, and they counted wrong, man. Let me say what's up to the fam. We're going to get to this. Y'all already know, man. Smash that like button. We going for 1 million likes today, man. Smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on. You want to go a step farther, Cash App, Super Chat. Let's build, man. Jordan, what it do, my guy? Sound like Bob. I'm had enough for Teofimo-Boots fight is crazy. Absolutely. A real infinite in the building. Kyle Cooler. Blessings, family. J Boxing. What it do, man? What's good with it, fam? How you feeling, Mr. Improv Fate? What's good, my guy? Yeah, sneaky guy. Sneaky guy. Boxing with 2-4. What's good with it? It's a lot to build on, man. It's a lot. We had 2 cards over this weekend that, you know, has some really, really good fights on it. One being the top ranked card was solid. I didn't catch every fight up there, but they had a good card. And the zone had a solid card, man. And, you know, Richardson Hitchens, a.k.a. Africa, man. He was, you know, fighting for his title. First time fighting for a title, fighting a legit champion. A guy that couldn't be coming off bigger wins in his career. He beat up Montana Love, stopped him, you know, made him look all types of bad, turned around, spent the block, beat up Matias, had him looking basic, you know, got people talking about Matias like he wasn't just the guy that people wasn't trying to get in there with. So You know, a lot has happened, man. A lot has happened, but I gotta say it, man. Most of the people that I was talking to was going against Richardson Hitchens, man. And I said this before, that Lemos fight got people confused or fooled. You know what I'm saying? And I think we sometimes get caught up in what we felt like was a tough fight, but we forget to mention that it was, although it was tough, very close, he still pulled it off, found a way to win. And I think reason being for that, just obviously outside of being a better fighter, you know, he showed a bit more versatility in that fight. You know what I mean? Lemos just came forward, you know, trying to make it a fight. Hitchens fought back at times, you know, he got clipped some at times, but he boxed well, he boxed well too. So it was a good fight. You know what I mean? It's a good test. Like, we forget to, you know, mention that fights like that, you know, they make you better. You get what I'm saying? They make you better. We forget to, like, bring that part of it up. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, it was back and forth. Yeah, it was razor thin. Yeah, you know, some of his deficiencies was put on, you know, display, but nonetheless, he still won. And I said this before, that type of fight will prepare him for another pressure fighter, a guy that's looking to bring pressure. You know what I'm saying? At least in my mind, it does. But I maintained, since I knew this fight was in the works and on the way, that Richardson Hitchens, stylistically, this would be a fight more suited to him. You get what I'm saying? And it would allow him to go out there and look like Richardson Hitchens supposed to look. You get what I'm saying? Like, look like Kambosos and Hitchens can be next. Let's see it. Big Dog Willie being a member for 2 months. My God. I mean, 8 months. 8 months. Pardon me. I said 2. 8 months. Shout out to you.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
2 cents. What it do? Pooh the Kid TV, man. Hey, becoming a new member, I appreciate that. Once we get to a certain number, a certain amount of members, I'm gonna start dropping the members only content for the people that want this that farther to become a member, man. I appreciate you.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Warlock Boxing, what's good, fam? How you feeling? Mike Mazak, my bro, in the building. Appreciate you, Pooh. Pooh the Kid. I got a cousin named Pooh. By the way, man, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you and everybody else. We gonna get to this stuff. So Africa should go get Catterall. I ain't mad at that, and I appreciate you pointing that out, man. The unbiased, that means something to me, because I do my best to stay away from biased content and conversations, man. I always try to speak on both sides of the coin. But let's get to this, man. Africa was counted out, y'all. Africa was counted out, man. I seen a lot of people. And look, I get it. Sometimes you see a guy in a tough fight. Then you see a guy that just like climbing through the ranks like a Lynn Paro, right? Look like one of the better Australians in boxing. And, you know, he getting, you know, quality win after quality win, picking up good wins, riding a lot of momentum, looking like a legit threat to anybody they can get in there with. And you figure a guy like Hitchens, pure boxer, you know, people felt like after seeing a Lemos fight, he wouldn't be able to handle the pressure from Lynn Paro. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, but I just thought that was one fight. I didn't think that was going to determine the outcome of this fight. I kept telling people styles, you know, we all know this stuff. Styles make fights, especially when you're able to implement the style. Now, I understand the reservations people have with Hitchens, but still got to keep in mind, even with, you know, the things that he don't do or people think he don't got, is still a preference. He's still able to win without that. And I said this, I don't think Lynn Paro was no crazy ass pressure fighter that throw a whole bunch of punches. So I didn't think that he was going to put him in a position that he couldn't handle. But Lynn Paro showed his level. He showed how good of a fighter he is. He showed his pedigree, especially early. You know what I mean? He put some rounds in the bank early over Hitchens. And I know I had people like, man, see, this is what we was talking about. And I get it. Took Hitchens a little while to warm up. I say after 4 rounds, I had a 3-1 for Paro. After that, you know, from round 5 on, it like the energy and momentum shifted in Hitchens' favor. He started getting his jab on track a little bit more. His movement and defense was sharp, in my opinion. He started getting that right hand that I said is a laser. And I told people he don't got no crazy punching power, but you're not going to just want to keep running through the front door if he's sniping you with that right hand. And you seen the right hand, you know, knock Paro head back. and he had him switch up his style. He went from trying to pressure him to boxing him, and that's when I knew Hitchens kind of had him. I knew it. Shout out to my bro Mike, man. You know it. Yeah, I was here. Y'all heard me calling it all week. Uncle Rick in the building. Was good, Rick? How you feeling? Always good to see the real in the building, man. Ever could have stopped Paro? Think so. Malaza was good with it, fam. OP in the building. Opulent was good, family. Like boxers who choose to win by scorecards. So I like Tank Davis. I get it though, but check it out. Malaza, think about it, bro. Just check this out. I'm busy. What it do? You know what I mean? That's part of what make Tank special, because he don't have to. He got the kind of fight, the firepower where you don't have to go to the cards. But just check this out. You know, it's hard to keep doing what Tank is doing at the level he's doing, and don't make no mistake about it. But it's very hard to continuously have to outbox guys. Think about it. The longer your fights go, the more chances the longer of a chance your guy got to catch you with something. So the pure boxers have it tough too, because, you know, more times than not, if you in there with elite level talent, probably not going to get that knockout. You're going to have to outbox him. So I think Hitchens really showed his pedigree, was on display. You know, his ability to make adjustments was on display. His patience, his poise, you know what I mean? The way he fought and handled this moment was spot on. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. You know, you love the knockouts, but I love to see somebody outthink you from round to round too, because, you know, from my seat, I could only imagine how difficult that is. You get what I'm saying? You got a guy in there with good punching power in both hands. He bringing real pressure. He was trying to win. You get what I'm saying? He brought some heat early, but Hitchens wasn't going. He wasn't going. He was prepared. He was prepared for this fight, bro. He said he was in the best shape of his career. I wanted to hold him to it. I said it. I don't think the weight cut gonna affect him. He looked like he rehydrated very well. He looked healthy in there, and he performed like it. His gas tank didn't look like it had no issues, and he was being pressured, but he fought so poised, so very poised. You know what I'm saying? His defense was sharp. I don't think look how clean he was when he left the fight. You get what I'm saying? He got up out of there clean, man. He got up out of there clean. It was. I love seeing it. Shout out to Ogbezzy. Southpaw stance, fight movement, and Paro. Africa cautious at first. Oh yeah, he had to gauge him. He had to fill him out. NW was good with it, ain't all that, but I don't get credit to the level to both fighters. Don't we all want 50-50 fights? Yeah, people what you saying, Poi, is people they're mixing their preference up for you know what I mean, when they talk about Hitchens, they really speaking to what they like to see out of a fighter, and some of those qualities he might not have, or he might not be the strongest in those areas. So they have a tendency to overlook him and underrate him. And yeah, I'm saying he's a little underrated, not by much, but the way people was disrespecting this man, like he ain't got no pedigree, like just punching power and pressure alone was gonna bust pipes. I just didn't see it that way. And he had the right kind of style for Liam Paro. I said it. He forced this shit into a chess match. He is going to outbox this man. I said it. That is his style. You're gonna force him to think. He's gonna be able to think. He's gonna make the right moves, right decisions. He was on point. Great win for Richardson Hitchens, man. And again, to be doubted by so many people and come out there and still shine and do it at a high level, he deserved this, man. He deserved the shot. Shay, what was good with it, Queen? How you feeling? Always good to see you in the building. Yeah, and look, that stuff, he just not a knockout guy, right? I don't think he had Paro so hurt that he looked like he was ready to go. Right? I think that would have been tough. And again, some people, I don't think it's just the Olympics. I just think it's mentality, right? It's mentality. Everybody don't have that I'm going to press him mentality and get him out of there. Hitchens is a smart guy. He defense first, in my opinion. And that's not a bad thing, because you see how many people it go bad for when they go outside of themselves. And I ain't even got to use no examples, but we seen the fights. He stayed within himself. And I know people have a hard time accepting that he's just not the meanest fighter per se in the ring. But yo, he's a hell of a technician. He bring the right tools for the job. You get me? And I just don't think he'd be willing to try to go outside of himself to create a moment. Like if he see it there, he'll take it. But yo, he's a very skillful boxer, in my opinion, bro. Very quality. And he proved his mettle. He proved his worth against Liam Paro, a legit champion, undefeated guy coming off some of the biggest wins of his career. It couldn't have been a better moment. You know what I'm saying? For him. 117, 111 was bogus. Boxing Source, my guy. What's good with it, family? Devon, what's good, bro? Say it's crazy that people talking down on him. That he won, yeah, the fight was born with no significance. Nah, that's BS. That fight wasn't born. People just got a casual way of thinking. Devon, if they don't see a knockout, then all of a sudden somehow it had to be born. I can't tell people how to feel about a fight, but I'm here for boxing. I speak for the state of boxing, bro. That he's a hell of a technician, and he went out there and did what he was supposed to do, and he shined in a phenomenal fashion. He swung the fight in his favor from like round 5 on. It just was a much different fight, and he was boxing his head off. You get what I'm saying? He was boxing his head off. Shout out to my guy, Rick, man. Appreciate you as always. Melanin Queen, shout out to the Queen, dopest moderator in the land. The reason I watched it because it was in Puerto Rico. I get that. For me, I'm a boxing, junkie, and with skills like Hitchens, bro, I support it. I understand what he is. I don't go into the fight like, yeah, he got to knock this guy out. Nah, he got to go out there and do what he do, play chess. Hitchens is a phenomenal chess player, and we seen it Saturday. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and boxed a beautiful fight. It couldn't have been better. Like, he didn't make a lot of big mistakes. He neutralized the same guy that just dethroned the boogeyman. A lot of people was making talks about the weight, him being drained and probably not being able to perform. People had him getting stopped late, all that stuff, man. I don't forget none of that shit. He went out there and boxed, and it's not called knockout, it's called boxing. Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain that we do know about boxing. You're not gonna always be able to get a knockout, but you know what you're gonna always be able to do? Box. You get me? I get it, man. Knockouts sell. They're very entertaining, and we love the violence, bro. We love controlled chaos. We love it. I love a great knockout, a good knockout, just as much as the next person. But I am so much of a fan of these pure boxers because they have real talent that get overlooked because they're not getting to highlight real knockouts. Hitchens was one of those guys getting overlooked, and man can fight, man. Yeah, he might not be the best inside fighter, might not be the strongest guy, might not have the crazy killer instinct, but all of that, I feel like you could work towards that, right? Finishing guys and putting your punches together, right? And when you really got a guy hurt pressing on the gas, like those things that you can work on, but you got to understand what he is naturally. So for him to do some of the stuff that people are asking him to do, it's not like that it's unfair, but it's asking him to go a little bit outside of himself, and that's not going to be easy to do. You know what I'm saying? That's going to come with risks. You know what I'm saying? That's a challenge. When you are asking a guy that's usually a pure boxer that's playing chess, now you want him to go hunting or be on that front foot pressing this guy, that's not going to be a flawless approach. You're going to see some issues. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see some inconsistencies in that approach. But I think all in all, I think it's very important for fighters to be who they are, be themselves. And that's what Richardson Hitchens is. You get what I'm saying? He know how to go in there and be himself. And that's very important in today's boxing, bro. Shout out to Thomas Hill. Aunt McQueen, the professor, was good with it. Motown in the building was good. Hitchens put on a good fight. 4 rounds, Hitchens turned it up. Yep, he turned it up. Turned it up slightly, started putting them punches together. You get what I'm saying? And it was a good fight. Maul, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Dre Smith in the building. A lot of people scream Paro too. Give Africa his credit, man. You got to get that man his just due, man. He's a phenomenal fighter, bro. Phenomenal fighter. He went out there and a lot of people had him losing. I told y'all Styles made fights. This ain't no I told you so moment, but because, we build over here. The reasons why I picked him to win is why he won. You know what I mean? Just being smarter. You know what I mean? Going through the gears properly. When he picked it up, he started going. I love to see it, bro. He started getting to work. Big shout out to my brother, Big Dog Willie, for the 20-piece. Putting that color in the chat. Much love to you. Said Bill Haney said on Twitter, in the year 2001, he destroyed back and forth rap battle with Eminem, beat Kobe Bryant 1-on-1, put Jet Li in the hospital after a kung fu sparring match, and dumped J-Lo after he's smashing all in one day. Shout out to
and
Big
we ain't never got
Dog
to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guy. Appreciate the support, man. As always, man. Always bring the support and the humor with it, man. Big Dog, you are appreciated, bro. He said I passed out watching a boxing match for 12 rounds. Nah, not me, because it's called boxing. So I know that's what I expect to see, boxing, especially when you're a pure boxer. I expect to see you do that at the highest level. And I can see if he was in there struggling and looking bad and inconsistent within the boxing and just not putting anything together. Nah, this was a intriguing matchup. It was a battle of wits, man, a battle of the minds. Why I like 12-round fight? I ain't saying I want to see all fights go 12 rounds, but why I don't mind it? Because we're able to see the sweet science being displayed at the highest level for the longest amount of time. And I think it's difficult to do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people could be front runners. He could have had a first half of the fight good, gassed out. Now he continued to look good and box well and box smart. He ain't take no rounds off. He wasn't peeking up at the clock like he was against Lemos. This guy was in his bag, bro. Against all odds, people betting against him. He out there in Puerto Rico on a day where we seeing, suspect decisions and all type of shit. And for him to go out there and still had a wherewithal and a confidence to stay within himself and box to a victory, I appreciate it. In a world where the casual approach is so loud, meaning you got to get knockouts for people to appreciate you. Hell no, I'm not standing for that. This shit is called boxing, not knockout. I get it. Knockouts sell and they entertaining. They make you feel like it's worth your money, but you're not going to sit here and tell me that guy that boxed for 36 minutes at the highest level don't deserve some credit because he didn't stop him. I'm not hearing none of that. I'm not hearing Richardson, Hitchens, stand tall, celebrate, man, go enjoy yourself and get back to it because you got more work to do, of course, but you deserve to enjoy this win. And you deserve all the credit for it, bro. You deserve all the credit in the world for it. You get what I'm saying? Staying within yourself where people are crying about how pure boxers fight. Boring this, boring that. Staying within yourself and not being tricked out of your position is very important. We just seen what happened to one of the purest boxers at the highest level when he allowed the fans to dictate how he fight, knowing they don't take punches for a living. I'll be damned. Shout out to Coach Lenny, man. They went out there and put that shit together. I ain't trying to hear none of it out there in Puerto Rico. You get what I'm saying? Bad decisions floating around. You get me? He went out there and said, nah, you know what? I'm sticking to myself. He told Lynn, man, I'm going to show this dude at his levels. He ain't on my level. And I wouldn't say that he ain't on his level, but he definitely showed that he better than him. He the better man for sure. And that's all I needed to see. Cash Sports, the box story. And shout out to my guy. The objective, get that hand raised, bro. Don't ever forget that. Got to get that hand raised. Al Booger, my guy. What's good with it? That was a pretty good fight. B- C+ type fight. I definitely say B+ type fight. You know what I mean? Dante's Boxing Talk. What's good with it, my bro? How you feeling? Yeah, congrats to Hitchens, man. Crush the legend, my guy. You get me? You got to get that man his just due. And let's sticking to the script. Think about it, yo. Like, think about what could be going through your mind in a world where people damn near demanding. People love knockouts so much in today's boxing that they're damn near demanding that pure boxers get knockouts. And I'm not going for it. Hell nah. I'm not going. Get your hand raised. Do you. Fight your fight. Stick to what got you to where you at. You get me? I said it. He had to be sharp. He had to be on point. This was a sharp performance, man. Matter of fact, you know what? I know he can be better. B+, A- type. And why I say that? Because this was his first title fight. He was fighting a guy that, you get what I'm saying, with a lot of momentum, an undefeated guy, a real true champion. He had more pro experience than him. He actually been able to fight for the title. You get what I'm saying? I like this. And I think he had a defense too. So I like this win for Hitchens for all the right reasons. This is how you go out there and win, bro. Stick to what got you there. You don't let no fans determine how you fight. If a pure boxer is who you are, if you play chess at the highest level, go out there and do that. Go out there and do that and make them respect you. And this is the kind of fight where you got to. This is one where you can't question the level of opposition or none of that. The dude had more pro experience than him. All of that shit. He was a legit champion. He beat a legit boogeyman that people felt like Hitchens didn't want to fight. He beat the man that beat that man. And that's not the same as beating Matias, but you get what I'm saying. He put quality wins together. For Hitchens to come out here and stand tall like that in a big way, I love to see it. PGH big dog forever. G's what it do, man. Congrats to Africa for sure. Biggest criticism I'm saying But fighters like African Core, that they pre-fight talk, they say they're going to destroy or whoop their opponent, and folks complaining or disappointed after. But I think the way they do it in their mind, that is. Do you get what I'm saying? That's whooping somebody. They're a boxer, so when they saying it, you know, they ain't necessarily selling a knockout. Now, I know Core said he was gonna get one in his last fight. That's not something he typically does. You know what I mean? Put that kind of pressure on himself. But I think in their mind, that's what whooping your ass is to them. I'm gonna outthink you from round to round. I'm gonna take you to school. I'm gonna show you for each one of these rounds that you ain't better than me. You get what I'm saying? So in their minds, that's, you get me? Like, what? Imagine them coming out there and saying, yeah, it's just gonna be a good fight. I'm just gonna box, you know, my best. You get me? Like, you gotta talk with that confidence. And I think he fought with it, right? So I understand what you're saying, because I think nowadays people hang on to every word. So you want to be mindful of what kind of message you sending, right, Cal? You want to make sure you're not selling something that you're not. And for me, I feel like that's just their confidence, right? Yeah, I'm a dog them, right? It's not gonna be the way it looks against a guy that is a knockout artist, right? But they're gonna put them things together and beat you up and school you. You know what I'm saying? And to them, that's their version of a beatdown, right? You know what I'm saying? When I just outthink you round and round, put hands on you. You get what I'm saying? You seen the moment and when Hitchens earned his respect as a pure boxer. You get me? Told y'all, man, people out here don't got enough. He don't got enough. You a damn lie. Lynn Paro, what my bro Ant be saying, what he made him pay the toll for crossing that bridge. He ain't want to keep crossing that bridge. That laser of a right hand was sniping, bro. He was you feel me? He was picking his ass off with that right hand. But right. But they gotta, you get what I'm saying? And that's some of that, bro, is just selling the fight as well. You get me? They gotta sell the fight. So I understand what you're saying for 100%, and I get it, but I'm never fooled because of how they talk, because I just know that that's selling the fight. That's them being confident and walking within themselves, right, when they speak in the way they do. So I'm cool with that. As long as they do what I know they've shown me to do, and that's box at the highest level. That's what I expect to see from Hitchens, right? If a knockout come, then it come. But other than that, he gonna piece you up. He gonna be smarter than you. He gonna be sharp defensively. He gonna be responsible. You get what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna put himself in real bad situations. And I get it. You would love to see him step on it a little bit more, be a little bit more mean. But again, I think that's something that he could continue to work on, right? Because that's an area of his game that might not be the strongest. His inside game, another area where he can work and continue to get better. But I think as long as he continues to be himself, that's what's important, while working on those parts of your game that might not be the strongest. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Just keep working. And he been over there on TMT. You see how it worked for him. The push wasn't there. He got with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn got this man some fights. And look, I gotta be honest with y'all. You know, Eddie Hearn get a lot of flack, a lot of pushback, backlash, whatever you want to call it. Some of it very justified. But I think in this particular instance, this is one, because I'm just due, and y'all know I stay true to that. Got to give Eddie his just due, because he did pick Hitchens up. He took him. He got him fights. He kept him busy. He got him paid. He put him in a title shot, in a real fight where nobody could complain about the level of opposition. There was no robbery Saturday night. He went out there and boxed a phenomenal fight in his first opportunity for a title, and he won. Credit to Eddie, because, you know, you got to, because if it was, you know, when his fighters lose, we people highlight that and they go crazy. Well, I got to say, this is now, you know, Hitchens is now Eddie Hearn fighter. And since moving him, he's been keeping him very active, putting him in very good positions to win. And this is what you want to see. You get me? So shout out to Eddie. Got to give him a little bit of credit here. This is one American fighter that he, you know, he seems to have in a very good space right now. You know what I'm saying? And it couldn't be better. Like, I don't think it's nothing better he could have did with Africa. You get me? He got the title shot, I think, when he needed it. He got the right amount of fights. He went in there and took this one, man. And I gotta give Eddie some credit. You know what I mean? Some. Aisha, blessings, Queen. How you feeling today? Always good to see you. Always said when Africa became found a home for the right hand, single tear became the well of my eye. And I know it did, and I know it did. Cause I told that was the weapon. And that's the only thing I wasn't highlighting like the way I should have with my assessment. I did speak on it, but I should have put more emphasis on it. That right hand is a bit of a laser, bro. If he can get that shit on track, you're not gonna keep wanting to run in on him. You're not gonna want it. You're gonna second guess trying to pressure his ass. That shit. He's not the biggest puncher, but he's sharp. He's sharp. He got that stinging power. That's why I keep saying the only people that keep trying to say what he don't got are people that don't box. I'm telling you, man. Don't nobody punches hurt, bro. We gotta stop thinking that. I ain't saying he no puncher or none of that, but he ain't no feather fit. You don't want to just keep running in there, keep getting hit over and over with sharp, correct, precise, tight punches, bro. You don't want that. You seen it. Look how he had. Look for a guy that he ain't have enough to keep him off him. Did y'all see him bust Liam Paro shit? Did y'all see the punch exactly that landed and busted his shit? You telling me he wanted to keep running into that? Hell no. I bet you Liam Paro ain't leave that fight talking about, yeah, he can't punch, because he would have had me fooled. He damn sure slowed up crossing that bridge. He had to pay Richardson Hitchens made him pay the toll several times for it, and he had to second guess it. Like, man, do I really want to give him a chance to keep picking me off with this right hand? That shit was a laser. I love to see it, bro. And I told people he needed a John Bowser type of performance against a top guy, and that's what he had. It was very sharp. It was consistent. You know, his gas tank was intact. He was thinking clearly. His eyes, he got very good eyes. His balance was very good. He tied up when he needed to. Whenever Liam tried to turn it up, pressure him, get him on the ropes, he'd tie him up, turn him, make the ref reset him. You get what I'm saying? He fought a phenomenal fight, and he did this shit for 12 rounds. For 12 rounds, like, I get it. He lost some early rounds. Like I said, at the 4, I had it 3-1. But from round 5 on, that man picked it up, and he was fighting. He fought one of the best fights he could have fought, you know, at the best time. You know what I mean? The biggest fight of his career where he needed it. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Low Blue Boxing. Say you're casual box fans of boxing. If you want to see Rocky versus Drago type of fight, every time you see a boxing match, go play Mike Tyson Punch Out. Shout out to my guy. You get me? It's not gonna be that every time. And I'm not lying to y'all, bro. I really can't remember the last time that somebody just praised a boxing match. It's always, he should have got him out of there. He should have done this. Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate a 12-round, you know, schooling, should I say. It's not everything not going to be a beat down per se, but I like the fact that a fighter can show another guy that's relatively on the same level that, yo, I'm better than you. We in or around the same level, but I'm still a notch higher than you. And I'm going to outthink you from round to round. That's very difficult to do while remaining poised with your defense intact, staying sharp. You get what I'm saying? And not getting lazy in there. It's not easy to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do. And he looked good in this 12-rounder, bro. Gas tank, he fought a very consistent fight. Very smart, man. He gonna make some good fights.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guy, Little Blue Boxing. Appreciate you, Lisa. Peace to the queen. How you feeling today? And shout out to everybody that rocked out with us over this weekend. We had almost an 8-hour stream, y'all. We had a 7 hours and like 38 minutes. We rocked out, man. We rocked out. We had a long one. We had a bunch of, you know, good action that we gonna break down today, man. Shout out to Lil Blow. A1 Hoop Zone, my guy, the queen. Lisa, how you feeling? Yeah, man, he got that joint on. He did his thing, man. I ain't taking nothing from him. First 4 rounds, Paro was assertive, y'all. You get what I'm saying? Hitchens started having success with that check hook and that right hand. Soon followed. Yeah, man. He slowed his ass down, didn't he? Put a stop to that. He pulled the plug. Like, you not about to keep running in here. I was like, bro, you cannot continue to allow this man to run through the front door like that. You got to give him something to think about. And it took him some rounds, but he picked it up. Yeah, man. 7 hours, 38 minutes, man. We rocked out, man. We had a dope stream, man. Shout out to everybody that was there, man. Hitchens, a B-level. Devin Haney, Shadow Band was good with it. I think him, GQ was good, fam. I hear people saying that. Don, what it do, my guy? I hear that. I think Hitchens would be a tough fight for Devin Haney. I think it'd be a tough fight for both of them. I get it. I'm not about to tell nobody else how to think. I'll just give you something to think about. They have some similarities. They have some similarities. You get what I'm saying? They're obviously different fighters, but they have similarities. They're both chess players, I feel, at the highest level. You know what I mean? To the highest degree. You know what I mean? That's not going to be no easy fight for Devin Haney at all. And it will look different than the Paro fight because it's different guys. I think both guys would be willing to take more chances against each other because neither guy is going to feel like the other one is much of a puncher. And I think that's going to lead to guys taking chances. Respectfully, I don't know 100%. I think that's a 50-50 fight if it happened now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a 50-50 fight. I like Haney a lot. He got the championship experience over him to a degree, right here, 2 division champion. But as far as skill for skill, man, I think they're very comparable. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of who you like. I don't think I seen people call him like the Walmart version of Devin Haney. I don't see that. Haney watch fighters technique for technique, but he won't watch that guy. In my honest, humble opinion, Damon would have do my guy. I don't see him watching. I don't see him watching Richardson Hitchens at all. And for him to watch him, he had to be trash. Like they do. Hitchens has pedigree. There's no way he getting in there watching him. There's no way. And he arguably, if he ain't on his you know what I mean? Says skills from New Orleans type ish. Just you know it to the highest level. Shout out to my brother Skills, man. But yeah, ain't even watch nobody. Yeah, look, the thing is he will be more comparable to Haney in size and just being fair. Like we seen the Ryan fight, somebody that's more comparable to him in size. It's a different fight. Hitchens has long arms, much like Devin Haney. They both have very good jabs. They both have good straight right hands. Devin Haney does. I seen his inside and body work against Loma. So, but again, that's a smaller guy. He wouldn't be able to approach the fight with Hitchens the same way. It would be a chess match, a technical chess match. People say it'd be a boring fight. I don't see it that way. I see it being a entertaining technical chess match. And it's gonna be a battle of wits. They're gonna really have to think in there, and it's not gonna be an easy fight for neither guy. I don't care what they say. You know what I'm saying? They very comparable in skill set. You know what I mean? Pure boxers, smart guys defensively. Don't take unnecessary chances, but I get it. People feel like Haney will take more chances. Man, I think it'll be a back and forth kind of thing. Ebbs and flows. I don't see either guy getting blew out here. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a very competitive fight. And listen, truthfully, I hope we get to see it some kind of way. You know what I mean? They both work with Eddie Hearn. They both had 140. You get me? It'll be a good fight. Legacy, what's good, fam? Yeah, he did. He put it on. He watched Regis. I ain't gonna lie. But I let me put it in its proper context. He watched Regis for sure, but Regis, stylistically, Devin Haney had all the ups. Respectfully, I think the only thing we could give Regis, honestly, is power. You get me? We knew like that was a high possibility of happening, but somebody that can match him in wits and like skill and things like that, size, length, it's gonna be a different fight for him. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those styles make fights kind of deal, and Regis just stylistically didn't have enough to trouble Devin Haney. His feet are not good enough, arms too short. You get what I'm saying? He just wasn't good enough at all. Just Devin Haney's all around better fighter, better boxer too. I say better boxer. Fighter now, that's different. Regis, that's what he wanted to do. But Devin had the skills, the feet, the discipline, the jab, the straight punches, sharp punches to keep him at bay. And you see how people call him pillow-fisted, but Regis left that fight saying, what? Now, he could punch a little bit. I try to tell y'all, do not let no fan convince you a guy can't punch because they don't like him at home. Like, what you don't like has nothing to do. I'm not saying Devin Haney's no puncher at all, but nobody wants to keep running into a straight, crisp, sharp-ass jab or right hands following it. That shit'll bust your nose, cut you up, bust your lip, like black your eye, swell your eye. Nobody wants to keep allowing a guy to punch him over and over. Stop thinking fighters like that. Nobody likes to get punched. Some guys just are not, unfortunately for some guys, they're not good enough defensively to be able to do anything about it. So they gotta get hit. But these other guys, man, you got the skills and the ability to stop a guy from hitting you. That's what you better do, and you should do it as much and as often as possible within a boxing match. The goal is to hit and not get hit, not let people hit you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think no fighter likes getting hit. Shout out to Webuildboxing back in the super chat. He said, Big Dog Willie, have you ever thought about writing skits for Saturday Night Live or just comedy skits? Dude, your imagination and creativity is crazy. It is, ain't it? Big Dog Willie be going off. Though, shout out to my guy, Low Boxing. Appreciate it.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Any fighter with good feet gives Haney issues. Yeah, that'd be a much different fight, Rick. Haney probably never lost a round to Loma. Nah, he's lost rounds before. He's lost rounds. He's lost rounds to Jojo Diaz. He's lost rounds before, but he ain't lost no fight or came close to losing it until you got in there with Loma. So listen, he's been phenomenal as a fighter, bro. But he's lost rounds. But Devin Haney get in there and box your head off. He will. And you talking to the right one, because I'm just dude. Everybody get their credit. That dude can fight, man. I just hope to see him bounce back. You know what I'm saying? I hope to see him bounce back. And I picked him to beat Loma, and I still feel like he beat him. And fighter with good feet is going to give him some issues, man. Boxing was good. I agree. His style is super familiar. Technique for technique. Having skill set a little bit better, but Hitchens is real good. Look, no argument at all. No argument. They're very comparable, but that'd be a tough fight for both of them. Cash Crypto, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? This is a very comparable fight. All things. What's good with it? Marcus, my guy. What it do, man? Ashley's corner. What's good, cuzzo? Now, Devin versus Hitchens, that's a real good fight. It is, Motown. Reed's jabs are worse in history. It's too short, bro. Banks, my guy. What's good, bro? It's too short. Rod in the building. What's good, family? How y'all feeling? Cecil, what it do? Blessings to you, family. Let's get to it. Doc, is there a doctor in the house? My guy, Doc. What's good, Brody? Let's just give Ricardo Mayorga a cigarette and he'll eat punches for days. Right. Give him a whole cig, right? Joseph, what it do, fam? How you feeling, cuzzo? Don't work too hard. I know you be over there working, man. Cornelius, what it do? Shout out to BH Boxing Hacker, but let's keep rolling, man. So like I said, man, it was refreshing to see Hitchens get his hand raised with no controversy, sticking to the script, sticking to him, fighting his fight. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Paro. He ain't never give up. But I think you seen the moment in the fight where, like I said, Hitchens gained his respect and it stayed a certain way. And he was no longer trying to run in that front door. He wasn't overzealous. He wasn't amped up about trying to run down on him no more. He respected him, and Hitchens continued to box. Very intelligent, smart fight. And it's all about winning, bro. That was a clean fight. And I'm going to go on the limb and say this. I think Hitchens has even more than what he showed in that fight. I think he can do even better. I know a question somebody asks is, did Hitchens peak out? And I think for me, I would say no, not yet. I think he still has a bit more to show. And he's going to be even more dangerous. So I think he can make a really good champion at 140, given the right fights. You know what I mean? Moving them the right way. It's all about keeping the momentum rolling, right? You got a big win. You beat Jalil Hackett. That's a good win. I think you should try to, get your hands on another champion if you could, man. Tell Eddie to get you a unification, man. You know what I mean? Chilling. That's what I like to hear, man. Always good to see my usual suspects in the building. Another Aussie that feels out there, upset victory. Yeah, man. Talk about it. Hitch went out there and said, look, I ain't going, y'all. I ain't going. And Hitch said, I ain't going, y'all. He said, I ain't going. He said, I heard they counted me out, but they couldn't count, man. Hitch said, y'all counted wrong, man. Hitch said, nah, no, y'all didn't count me out. Why y'all count me out? Hitch said, not the good old, not Africa. You know what I'm saying? Africa. Bro, I told him he took Paro ass to Africa, man. He brought Africa to Puerto Rico Saturday, man. And I love seeing it, man. I love seeing it. He brought Africa to Puerto Rico. Love it. Shout out to the Queen Aisha in the Cash App, always supporting. She says support and appreciate.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to the Queen Aisha, always supporting the grind as well. Appreciate you. We're gonna keep it rolling, y'all. Booger, yeah, that 117, 111 was wild. They was trying to get theirs. They was trying to pull one off. They had to. I really think that was a UD. I ain't gonna hold you, but I was just glad that the right man won. And I get it. They tried to save face. It was still a good fight. It was very competitive throughout the rounds, but Hitchens just was doing a better quality work throughout them. He was boxing better. He was just being a better chess player, as I anticipated the entire time that he would be. He said I was counting wrong versus Matiz. I get it. But even him, it's all about preparation, bro. It's all about preparation. Like, you know, it's a lot of unknowns if you go into that fight before that Lemos fight. But after seeing him deal with some pressure and having the opportunity to know what it's like to a degree, right? I think he'd fare a lot better against Matiz than people think. It's because he got the feet. He got the feet and he can box. He can box. Long ass jab, box, and be smart. And you know he only gonna take the necessary chances. He not gonna be stupid. So it wouldn't be an easy fight, but you see how Paro beat him. And I ain't saying just because he beat Paro that he beats him. No, not at all. But I think after going through that fight with Lemos and finding a way to get through it, confidence grown, you learned, then you beat a Lynn Paro, you grown some more. He was a version of a pressure fighter. He was bringing pressure, right? I think he'll do fine, man. I think he'll do all right, but that's a rough fight for anybody, though. You know what I mean? For the most part. Big Dog really back in the super chat. My guy, man. Appreciate you, family. He said, I make fun, Bill Haney. But when it comes to Devin, he's a great talent. See that? Personally, I think he needs an accomplished coach, but Bill needs to go. Yeah, he need to add somebody. I think adding somebody would be a great move, Big Dog. You know what I mean? The reason why I always keep his father, because he started with him. You know, the boxing, the grimy business. You always want to keep somebody around you that definitely love you and got your best interests at heart. And I think despite some of the moves he make, that's what it is with Bill. I think he definitely loves his son, got his best interests at heart. But, you know, I think he just, you know, might be a bit limited as a coach because he's still learning. And I think there's several eyes and people that he could reach out to and work with that could add and shape Devin Haney a bit more, mold him and you know, groom him and get him a little bit better, get him back to him.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guy, Big Dog Willie, man. Africa, he brought Haiti, Tatino blood to Puerto Rico. Yes, he did. You know it. And when I say Africa, I say because he, you know, they call him Africa, but he brought. It was definitely a UD, man. Haney got Mayweather trainer now. Oh, I seen him doing some work with Nate Jones. The judge was from Australia. You know it. They had to give him something. They had to get a guy a little something. But yeah, he definitely got outboxed. Like I said, the turning point was round 5 on. Hitchens found a home for that right hand. He got a bit loose. He wasn't as tight. I think, you know, he had a little bit of nerves early. You know, just not scary, but, you know, just nerves naturally. First title shot. I think he was really trying to gauge and you know, try to pick up on the movements. And, you know, Paro, irky jerky, you know, the way he was moving his hand, throwing that little hand up. He was changing levels early. And I think Hitchens, it took him a few rounds to catch on. And once he did, started to settle down, pick his shots well, and box to a beautiful decision, in my opinion. It should have been a UD. Bud Cheddar, what it do, fam? Found himself in his groove around 4. I'm telling you. And then facts, you're right, because it did start at 4. But from 5, you know that was the turning point. You seen the respect gain from Hitchens to Paro. You seen it, and it just, he kept him at a chess match. I was like, yeah, this is Hitchens all day. This is his pace. You ain't gonna have to worry about his gas tank or none of that. And he came up out of there clean, man. Great win for him, man. Shout out to him, man. Yeah, facts, 2 cents. He just needs some help, and it's okay to need some help because where he's inexperienced, that comes with time, and he's not going to be able to make up for that. You get what I'm saying? So it wouldn't hurt to bring somebody more knowledgeable, more experienced in that area to help him out a bit. But I think that's what they'll do ultimately. But who they'll go with will be interesting. But I think ultimately that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? He's going to end up rocking with somebody else. Let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling, man. So, like I said, good win. No controversy in Puerto Rico. He handled business in the new. He did what he was supposed to do, man. Go out there and be himself. And I think he got a little more to offer, like I said. But, you know, we always looking at the next thing up and what's to come. Because now we got a new player at 140. Now you can't ignore him. You get what I'm saying? You can't ignore him. Yeah, I had that crazy scorecard. I'm telling you, that 117, 111 was nasty. Shout out to Malaza, man. Peace, family. Nate is back. Should be good for Devin. He needs a new voice with a new set of eyes to correct the issues they see. Absolutely, he do. We're going to get to that, too, because I got a couple of the clips because he been going back and forth. He been going back and forth a little bit with people. You know what I'm saying? So Hitchens won this fight. And, you know, we always ask and wonder what's next. And like I said, him being a new player at 140, I want to see him in unifications. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some good fights to be made. And you know who he called for, man.
With that, what do you want to do next?
I want Teofimo in New York, Brooklyn, unification. I think that would be one of the biggest fights of 2025, a very lucrative fight, a very big fight. And like I said, I don't belong in the ring with nobody else but the top level in boxing. That's what it's about.
And it's short and sweet, and I get it, man. I'm right there with him. I think that's what he needs. He don't deserve to be in there with nobody else but the top level. He showed it. He proved his mettle. He showed people what he was. Yeah, you might still have some questions about him. You might still think he got some areas where he need to improve. But that's all fighters. I don't think Hitchens is done just yet. I think he can get a bit better. I honestly do. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff will come with experience and time. You know what I'm saying? He keep working. He going to stay sharp. You know what I mean? Stay grounded and keep trying to get those wins. But a fight with Teofimo would be great. No evidence was good, fam. A fight with Teo would be, listen, that he got the kind of skill set that Teofimo would hate. You get what I'm saying? I think he's a headache. He would be a headache for him. And look, this is just what he said. He wants Teo, right? It got to be, you know, both guys got to be involved and invested in fighting each other for it to happen. And both, you know, parties got to be on board. We're working with each other, right? My issue with that is Teofimo, we know everybody he's calling out is not in his division. That's the crazy part. But he was just in the interview saying that he want to unify the titles and be in unifications and stuff like that. But then when he's on TV, and he get asked who he want to fight, especially after Hitchens already done called you out. This might have been before that point, but still, you knew what it was. You should have been looking at the winner of this fight or possibly just another champion in your division, but this is what you chose your time to speak.
If you could wave a magic wand, really, who do you want?
Let me see. Jerron Ennis Boots, Javante Davis, and finish with Terrence Crawford. Fuck yeah. Sorry for my language, ESPN.
Yeah. Boots, Tank, and Crawford. Now, Teo's a hell of a talent. It'd be an interesting fight with Boots. It'd be an interesting fight with Tank Davis, of course. Even Terrence Crawford, despite him probably getting his ass whooped. The only reason, because I was going to go in on him, because you notice all of those guys, none of those guys are in his division. But why I'm going to cut him a little bit of slack about the Boots talk is because we seen this a little while ago before I got up here. You know what I mean? Yeah, he always saying sorry for his language after doing. He might as well just be who he is. Jerron Boots Ennis versus Teofimo-Lopez is now in talks as a potential fight for Boots' IBF welterweight world title. Bob Arum has revealed. Arum said they've approached Eddie Hearn about making the bout as a joint DAZN ESPN pay-per-view. Now, Teo got a name. Yeah, the fight would be entertaining for sure. I think people will tune in and watch it. The only issue I have with it is Boots is supposed to be at 47 for unifications. Yeah, this would be a name fight. Might even make you some money. Who knows? Whatever. But this ain't a unification. I don't know how much credit in terms of the people will want to give you if Teo moved right up to 47 and fought Boots, right? But I take this with a grain of salt. I just don't see it coming to fruition. I think it's very convenient that Teo is only concentrating on fights outside of 140 after just being on record saying he wanted to participate in unifications and want the other champions and all this stuff. So, again, I get it. Bob Arum revealed that this, joint pay-per-view, that sounds cool. Get Boots on pay-per-view. Might even do some solid numbers with Teofimo, right? But I just don't know. I mean, I don't know. B-Dog was good with it. I just don't see this coming to fruition. He naming all the guys that are outside of the division. Bob Arum, with you entertaining it, you kind of helping, but he gonna have to show me this, y'all. Like, I'm gonna need more than this post. I'm gonna need more than they in talks. I get it. That's all y'all could do is talk and try to figure it out. But if I had to take a shot in the dark, I have to say, I don't see this fight coming to fruition. I don't see these dudes getting in the ring together. Couple reasons, right? Like, is this something Boots really trying to do? Because, again, he just came out and we know what he said he want. So do you skip past a potential to try to make a potential unification in your next fight to fight Teofimo just to defend your belt on pay-per-view? Or do you say, look, Eddie, I need you to get me one of these other champions in the ring so I can get a unification going? Because I feel like the longer you spend at 47, especially if you're not chasing down unifications and the champions, you gonna be on borrowed time. I don't think you're gonna be making that weight comfortably for too much longer. So I feel like at least if you're gonna stay there at 47, this is just my thoughts. You should do exactly what you set out to do, and that's fight unifications. But I don't know what kind of opportunity, as far as money, would this be for him. But I don't know. I just don't see it happening, man. I really don't. And I can't understand for the life of me, why is he not entertaining fights that's at 140, the weight class where he at? You got a belt there. So you telling me, and this is why I don't think this is going to happen too, unless he vacates his title, because I don't see you going up to 147 fighting Boots and then coming back down to 140 to defend your title against anybody. I think that'll be difficult. I just don't see that happening. So even though they say they're in talks or they approach Eddie, I would like to hear what Eddie got to say about this side of things. Even like to hear from Boots, like this is not a unification. That's the only problem. So you wouldn't be doing what you said you was going to do. And furthermore, y'all, let's look at it a bit deeper. Why this would be a bad time to take this fight? Because what did we just get told about the people going to say you didn't fight Virgil at 54? You didn't want to go up there and do that. But here go Teofimo, the smaller guy, come up from 140 to 47, and you're going to fight him, and that's not a unification. So if your reasoning for not fighting Virgil was because you still at 47 and you want to chase the belts, that move doesn't back that claim, right? That's just, might be a money move, a good fight, intriguing for the people, but you're going to face a lot of criticism for one, him being a smaller guy, him coming up, it not being a unification. And they're going to say you should have just went up and fought Virgil Ortiz for that. So it's a weird time to offer this fight to Boots. It might look good on the surface. You just hearing their names together, Boots Ennis and Teofimo-Lopez. And look, I don't think it's a bad fight, but the timing of it, this ain't going to do nothing. I think what I'm saying is at the end of the day, Jerron Ennis going to face more scrutiny and criticism from this move than I think praise at all, right? They're not going to really want to give him his just due for this. They might be happy that he'd be the guy to shut Teo's mouth potentially, but he's not going to get the credit that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? That fight might not do that for him, for the obvious reasons, right? Him coming up a weight class, it not being a unification, the thought that you could have went up and just fought Virgil. You get me? So it's going to be people that's going to complain. It's going to be people that's going to complain, bro. And that's all I see. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see it coming to fruition, though. You know what I mean? It's cool that Bob Arum is the one saying they approach Eddie Hearn. That's cool, but I just don't see it. That's not a unification. Eddie making multiple barrels for Ben. We got Boots going out there. And this is what I'm saying, Cal? See what I'm saying? You see exactly what I'm saying in real time, but you see how it make you feel and think. So look, on surface, yeah, this might look good. On paper, yeah, entertaining fight. Two athletic guys, you know what I mean? Should be a good fight, but the criticism that you're gonna receive from this is gonna be way louder than any praise or credit that he's gonna get for this fight. Hannibal was good with it, fam. He said Till was a good name on Boots' resume. I like this fight. It is, but the fact that you trying to secure the unification for Conor Ben, who's clear off, like, just clearing his name. He fresh off clearing his name. You making that happen, but now you got your best fighter possibly fighting a 40-pounder just to defend his title and no unification. I don't have an issue with it because going up is part of boxing, but I question it because it's Tio going up. Because if he go up, he must be staying up. Right? I don't see him going up to 47, coming back down to 140. I'm not saying he can't do it. I think that'll be risky. It's too much risk involved in that. Because think about it, the Boots in this fight in and of itself is a significant risk. Band up, what's good with it, fam? That's a significant risk. Then say you lose that, hypothetically, you go up there, you fight him, lose that, you come back down and defend your title. You get what I'm saying? It get risky. You just went up. Now you come right back down. Now you playing with your weight. Now you run the risk of being depleted at the weight. You get what I just don't know. It's risky. Tio gonna have to show me that he willing to do this. I want to see what materializes from this post, other than they just said it's some talks. He approached them about it and making it a joint pay-per-view for DAZN and ESPN. Now y'all asking for people to pay for it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Crowd is waiting on silence. Pick for us to criticize Boots. Yeah, whatever you do, and this gonna get him that. Mr. Empire, my guy, said you don't think Theo is a big enough man to secure the Boots fight. Nah, it's not that. I think his name is fine, bro. I just don't think he gonna get the credit he deserves, Mr. Empire. Like I said, rude exposure, my guy. Like I said, he fresh off a situation where people felt as though he could have went up to 54 and fought Virgil if he was just gonna defend your title against a 40-pounder, right? They're gonna say he bringing up a smaller guy, but you wouldn't go up to fight Virgil. So you get what I'm trying to say? They're gonna say, oh, you were saying, people was making an argument that Virgil don't have a title, things like that, and you wanted to chase unifications. That's not a unification fight, and it's coming from a guy that's not naturally in your weight class. Yeah, he got a name, and I could understand as a fight fan why you would take the fight, but I already know the criticism and scrutiny that's going to come from it. At all, it's an active title defense. Yeah, Banks, I'm with you. The active title defense, and it's a good fighter. Teal's a good fighter. Only one loss, good fighter, still got a name in the sport. I'm not against it, but I just already know what's going to happen. And again, this move makes me question, like, how vested, and people are going to question, how vested are you really in chasing down the titles if you're going to take this fight? Eddie Hearn, how vested are you in making sure that Boots is able to chase these other titles if you about to put him in the ring with a 140-pounder just to defend his title? You get what I'm saying? Like, against somebody that's not in the division, I just don't. And then, I don't know how this gonna go. Like, is this gonna go through? Is this gonna really happen? I don't know. Like, I just can't see it, bro. He got the WBO down there. He got the IBF up there. He gonna jump up to 47, not be a and just skip it. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's the timing. The timing is bad. The timing is bad. But it's very risky for Tio, right? Because is he staying up there? You come back down, you might be fooled, bro. You go up, get beat up by Boots. You're not beating Boots, in my opinion. I'm going to just call it what it is. I don't think he beating Boots. I don't see him having no advantages over Boots too much. I don't care about no titles that he won. I don't think that's going to play much of a factor in a fight like that. I think Boots will hurt him. I do. So it's bad timing for Boots because he's not going to get the credit because of what he said he was staying at 47 for. And they're gonna say you stayed at 47 to fight a smaller guy, but wouldn't go up to 54. They're gonna say you were scared to go to 54. I'm not gonna say it, but the people gonna say it. And there's gonna be a lot of scrutiny and criticism that's gonna come from a move like this. Even though on paper it would be a good fight, in the ring it should play out entertaining for as long as it lasts. But I think Boots hurts him. And I think it's risky for Teal to jump up there, try to fight Boots, and then come back down to 140 and defend his title against one of those guys. I don't see it working out like that. Yeah, bad fight for Teal. It don't make sense for either one right now, Al Booger, and I think that's what it's about. So I want to be clear, y'all, with everybody. I'm not against the fight. I'm not knocking it. It's not a bad fight. But like Al Booger said, and Cal, it's horrible timing, and I think it just don't make sense for either one of them. So I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. You gonna go from Steve Claggett to Boots? Show me. Yeah, I think he might be. Bob might be saying, you know what? Let's see just how good he is. You're right, Aisha. I think he heard some bad. I think so too. Once he beat Teal up, all that monkey talk. I knew it. Somebody's gonna feel like that. I get it. Teal's just trying to stay relevant. His inactivity and mental breakdowns. I think part of this too is like smoke and mirrors a little bit. Rod, I think it's very convenient that the fighters that you're focusing on and trying to fight is not in your division. So when you end up not fighting somebody that you should have fought, you're gonna say, well, I was trying to fight Boots in this, but this and that happened. You know, I was trying to fight Boots, but you know, I wanted to fight Tank, but you know, so I can't wait to see how all this materializes and what happens. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see what comes of all of this. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if a fight actually materializes and it happens from these guys. Because again, you know, Hitchens said he want Teo, but Teo don't want no Hitchens, man. So that should be a fight that he was focusing on. A new champion at the division. Somebody that people feel like they still got questions on. Newer face, you know what I'm saying? Newer player now. You should have been going after him, bro. But now instead, you talking about this boot stuff. Look, I'm not knocking T.O. at all if he's serious, but I just can't see a fight happening between them because I don't see the sense in it right now to take the risk for T.O. Like, what's in it for him? Like, are you trying to make a run at welterweight? You get me? Like, you got to think deeper than just one fight. Is this a one-off? That's going to be dangerous. Boot's going to beat you up. You're going to go back to 140, defend your title, and you might get beat there. When you could have just stayed at 140 and chased the other champions or, you know, try to make those kind of fights. I don't see it. You're not beating Boots. You're going to have to show me, bro. Me neither, Hannibal. I don't see it. I don't see it. Till won a bag, and I ain't mad at him for that from my view. Shout out to you. I ain't mad at him for that. Hey, and if that's what he do, I respect it, right? If you finally going towards that smoke, if he taking himself off the NBF list, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him taking himself off that list. I'm cool with him taking himself right up off that list, bro. Right up off it. That's what I want to see. I want to see him get yourself right up off the list there, buddy. Seriously, it was really a side between Haney and Tia. Fight to make for 140 supremacy. Yeah, that is a great fight to make. It'll probably be, it might be Teo at this point, maybe. He got the hardware. Teo got the belt. He's more proven at 140 shit. It might be him. You know? Might be him. But that is the fight to make. But, you know, it's too much with them two dudes. I don't know if they ever going to fight each other. But again, shout out to Hitchens, man. Great fight. Let's see who we fight next. New IBF champion at 140. We got another player. It's some good fights for him to make. And I personally think him and Teo would be a great fight to make. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Teo want everybody that's not at 140. From a lightweight to a 47-pounder to a 54-pounder, according to him. He want all of them. So, okay. Okay, Teo. Okay, Teo. But let's keep rolling, y'all, man. We got to keep rolling, man. This is some good action, like I said, Saturday, man. Good action. Mark Castro got upset by Quintana. He got beat up. I felt like that was the right decision. Henry LeBron just completely outclassed Christopher Diaz. Got his nose busted up pretty good late, but still boxed the decision. And we got to talk about this other fight on the card. Obviously, the elephant in the room to some degree. Eamon said that's to get a fight with Crawford. Hey, do it. I love to see it. If he's serious, do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Hey, Beezy, what it do? Eamon, what's good? Drew Division, my guy, Till talking to Hitchens, Boots. Yeah, he don't want the Hitchens fight. He said Boots, Tank, right? And Crawford. So look, if he really gonna go up there and do it, I ain't knocking it, but I would respect the hell out of it. But if Boots take the fight, I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna respect it because I can't pick who he fight no way, but he gonna leave the door wide open for the criticism about being hesitant or scared, as fans gonna call it, to go to 54 and challenge somebody like Virgil. But you'll sit there and wait for a smaller fighter that's a up and down, inconsistent performer like Teofimo. You know what I mean? That's not a unification fight. So I think that's how that plays out if he fights him. And I think he beats him. And I think Teo could potentially, you know, his career could take a real blow with the wrong kind of loss to Boots. And then you go back down to 40 trying to compete with them after you already went up. You heard Boots say, once you go up, you usually stay up. You ain't trying to come back down. You could do it, but it's risky. Teo's still young, but the hell with that. That's still risky. And he already looked naturally like he's growing out of 140. Have y'all seen Teo lately? Y'all seen him? Dude looks nowhere near 140, respectfully. He looked huge to me. Teo looked huge. So I feel like you go up to 47, dude, that's where you're going to be at. So let's see if he vacated the title or something, because, man, that playing with your weight don't work out too well. Shouldn't be on pay-per-view. Who else thinks the same? Aaron, what's good with it? Possibly, bro. I think you might be right. Let him do it. Nah, let him do it. If you're going to do it, let him do it. Yeah, they're going to crucify Boots. Lisa, they're going to go crazy because he's a smaller guy and it's not a unification. And they're going to say you didn't want to go fight a guy like Virgil at 54. Why are you scared to go to 54? I could hear it all over again. And again, the notion on some people is that he's been successful because he's been fighting all these smaller guys. That's just going to play into that narrative, unfortunately, for Boots. And people just don't enjoy boxing no more. Fans got to be able to pick who you fight, when you fight them, how you fight them. You know what I mean? What you do in the fight. Like, they can't do, certain fans, they can't do all that. They're going to complain and criticize, man. Yeah, Teo got some muscles, man. Muscle mass, bro. He definitely don't look nowhere near 140. You know what I'm saying? He definitely don't. And he easily, he could be at 54. Remember, he took that picture a while back and he had it at 150. He was like 156. Dude, 160 pounds damn near. Middleweight, yo. Like, Teo carry muscle. That's what it is for him. He ain't the tallest guy, but he carry that muscle. Because Eddie only doing big fights. Teo Biggs just had his son. That's that baby weight is something, because Teo kind of weight up. Yeah, his weight kind of up. Oh, we going to keep rolling, man. We're going to keep rolling. We got to talk about this Jalil Hackett fight. Man. Look, I know some people felt like it might not been a bad decision or something like that. You'll be disappointed. Yeah, because it's not in line with nothing he said he'd be doing. You get what I'm saying? And I understand things change and you could go a bit off script. I get that. But it's just going to be too many unforgiving fans. And they might have a bit of a reason to complain, because it's like that fight doesn't do anything because nobody is anticipating that he beats you. No way. I doubt it, right? I don't think nobody think you losing to that dude. So without it being worth something, like, I just don't see people perceiving the fight the right way. And it's unfortunate because the two talents should speak for itself. It's two talented guys getting in there and mixing it up. But, you know how boxing is, man. You know how boxing is. You know how boxing go. Like you said, they robbed Jalil. Yeah, man, look, I got to be honest. I think they straight up took the fight from him. Oh, man. Yeah, so he said it was just for Andre when he's forced to move up. Guys, pack busted. Yeah, Zach B was good with it, man. Yeah, nah, we talked about that for sure, man. It was unfortunate that, Andre had to take that opportunity that late in his career. And You know, he couldn't get the fights where he was at his best at 54 when he was active and stuff like that. It sucks, but yeah, but Lil Hackett got dead dirty, man. He got dead dirty, but I don't know, man. This Eddie Hearn, bro. I don't know, Eddie. I ain't like what he was saying here. And we're going to play it just so everybody, because I know y'all might interpret it different than I interpreted it, right? But I didn't like this from Eddie, y'all. I didn't like this. I didn't like this at all from Eddie. I ain't like this. So I think they already jobbed him with the decision. I think they took a fight from him. It was a 10-rounder. There's no way I can see 6 rounds for Jose Roman. No way. No way in hell do I see 6 rounds for him. I don't. Definitely a lesson for Jalil Hackett. He said no robbery. I respect it. He's supposed to say that. I respect how he feel, like I said. But we the people, and I ain't going for that. Like, we all entitled to see it differently. Maybe he left it, you know, the rounds allowed him to be too close or whatever have you, but he completely outworked this dude. I think he did the more quality work. I think he buzzed this guy a few times in the fight. He really was working the entire time. Dude did an exceptional amount of holding. He did land some good shots. He did some good work, some good counter punching, but he did a lot of moving and holding. Jalil pressed the fight. You know, he was controlling it. He was making the pace of the fight. You know what I'm saying? And he fought all the way through. I think the only round you could argue that he took off maybe was the 9th round. I think outside of that, he worked pretty consistently throughout the rounds. I thought he just outworked the guy. It wasn't like a blowout. I think the fight in and of itself was competitive, right? But I still think he did more than enough to win. You know what I'm saying? I think he won the fight clean. I thought it was a UD. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they took the UD from Hitchens too. They just had some questionable joints. But let's listen to what Eddie Hearn had to say.
Do you want to actually know what happened?
He didn't beat him.
Do you want me to tell you the truth?
Well, listen to Eddie Hearn.
Your shuttle service ripped my bag to pieces.
My shuttle service that had a police escort for you?
Yep.
Oh.
Ripped my bag to pieces.
Really?
Yeah, by an accident. It was a nightmare, but yeah, so my stuff's been left, so I haven't done it here. Edward, talk to me a little bit about, first of all, that scorecard.
I know. I mean, when I got in the ring after, Brian Peters and a few of Liam's team came over to me and went, do you think we might have nicked a draw from the last? I was like, honestly, no. Like, I got it 8-4. I mean, 7-5 if you want to be really generous, but no. And then when he read out 117, I'm thinking, don't tell me someone's giving it to Liam Paro. And when it was 117, 111, I mean, it's 6 rounds. You're scoring it 9-3 to Liam Paro. It's unbelievable. And I just said to Liam there, the problem with the fight for him was between 5 and 10, probably 11, they were all clear Richardson Hitchens rounds. You know, some of the early rounds were like a little bit, but those rounds, he's banked basically 6 rounds there, guaranteed. So you've got to give him maybe 12, maybe that went to Liam, but maybe one of the first. So I've got, for me, it's 8-4, 7-5. So the right man won, hell of a performance. And I'm gutted for Liam because we're close to the team. But for Richie, I'm so pleased for him because when he came to us from Mayweather
Richie, is that you call him?
Richie, yeah. I do call him Richie. You got a problem with that, you prick?
Just wondering.
Well, keep your mouth shut then.
Continue.
I'm calling him Richie. I mean, I don't think Hitchens was playing with his food though. I definitely don't. I think maybe I don't know. Eddie said a few things in here. I wonder how much the weight cut is really affecting Jalil at this point. But let's keep listening to this, man, because Eddie has some interesting things to say.
It's not a fucking joke, Joe. You want to be a real member of the media?
I've never heard one person call him Richie.
Everybody calls him Richie.
Oh,
yeah, but you wouldn't know because you're not in the inner circle. Yeah, you're just a pleb.
He's actually called Africa.
That is his nickname.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying, right, he came to us from Mayweather Promotions. He was completely out of the game. He'd been inactive. He'd fallen out of love with the sport. I believed in him. We kept him active. We gave him great fights. His headline cards. He got to a mandatory position. And I've got to say, fair fucking play to Liam Paro, because rather than take a voluntary defence that no one really wanted to, he went, let's clear the mandatory and try and land a big fight. It's a massive risk for him tonight, but he's the one who called the mandatory on, and he deserves credit. And for Richie, for Africa, for Richard, whatever you want to call him, it's a massive success story. Like, for him to become world champion, he's an Olympian, he's a good kid, and he's a product of Brooklyn, the borough of Brooklyn. He's a product of grassroots of Brooklyn boxing because he used to walk to that gym, right? There's actually great footage of me walking around Brooklyn with him talking about it, and that's a massive success story. That kid's life has changed unbelievably before tonight, but now it's changed forever.
What do you do with Richardson next?
He fights Teofimo-Lopez.
You think that's a fight that you're able to make?
I mean, for Brooklyn, right, it's a unification fight. The build-up will be epic. This is a great fight, and that's what I believe he should do next, because I think a fighter of Richie's quality should be fighting those guys. Valenzuela, obviously we've got, Catrell,
What is Teofimo's promotional situation though?
I don't know. I believe he's still with Top Rank. But listen, he's talking about moving potentially to 47. Unify before you go. Make that fight. I think it's a brilliant fight.
Liam Paro, what would you like to do that?
I will be back. Yeah, look, the Cambosos fight's still there. Obviously, we've got so many fights at 140. We got Jack Catrell, we got Regis Prograis, we got Dalton Smith. We've got so many for him. George Cambosos. Liam will be back. He's a young man, and he's learning all the time. It'll hurt the defeat, but he'll be back for sure.
I have a couple of things to go through, so we'll go quick. But obviously, you're taking a bit of stick online for Jalil Hackett and Mark Castro's defeats tonight. Just your response to that?
Yeah, my response is, I think this is the difference. The opinion of people around my mindset is really the clear difference between a loser and a winner. Right? If you can't beat those level guys, you aren't or you weren't good enough on the night. Right? People are going, oh, that's a bit harsh. No, fucking grow a fucking pair of nuts. Right? Listen to me. You want to be in this game, you've got to prove you're good enough to be on these cards and at this level. Mark Castro has had 4 10-round championship fights. That was his 5th 10-round championship fight. Quintana, that he boxed, 20-2 from Argentina, who they chose, by the way, the team, right? And we sent them 3 opponents. That's who they chose. You have to be beating Quintana if you are a world-class fighter or anywhere near it. Quintana is not at that level.
Would you compare it to
I understand that. I do. I mean, you ain't got to baby him. You ain't got to baby him, but let's keep going.
Wins that he had over Keyshawn Davis, for example.
Look, Keyshawn Davis is 12-0. Right? He's about to fight for the world title. Mark Castro beat him in the amateurs. Mark Castro beat Raymond Ford in the amateurs. You have to be beating people. Quintana arrived at about midnight on Friday morning, from Argentina. He ended up flying about 30 hours around the world. Mark Castro was, 8-1 on to win that fight. You've got to stop all these people, these idiots, yeah? You've got to stop with the, you're getting these guys beat. No, they fucking lost because they weren't good enough. Jalil Hackett fought a guy who is 10-1 from Puerto Rico, very limited. Again, Jalil Hackett was 8 or 9-1 on to win that fight. Jalil Hackett fucked himself at the weight. That's what he did. You saw it, right? Everybody saw it in the hotel. And that is a lack of professionalism that's going to cost you victory. He also busted his hand in the fight. He lost a very close decision. I thought he showed a lot of heart, actually, considering what he did on the weight cut, right? I said to him tonight, you've either got to get it right professionally or you've got to move up in weight. But all of this is a brutal sport. I'm not going to spoon feed you till world championship level. I need to find out how good you are if I'm going to stick all my money in and take you all the way to the top and give you these. De Leon.
And look, I get it. As far as the competition part, certain guys, they're not at the level you're supposed to beat them. But this seemed like a conversation that you have with the fighter rather than it sound like you outing him. Oh, well, you seen him. He messed over the weight. I got to look into that. I would love to talk to Jalil Hackett and his dad to know what they think about this. Like, to be saying, I don't know what he mean. He said you seen it at the weigh-in. I don't know. Did he blow weight? I didn't catch the weigh-in. I don't think I see, or did I? I did see the weigh-in. I don't know. So it must have been something I missed because I was doing something else. Miss Just Do, my baby girl, is in here. She heard somebody. Oh, he said Eddie keep showing everybody Shabab. Eddie know what's up. So I get it about the spoon feeding, but you like he wasn't good enough. What about the judges was trash though? I get the fight was relatively, you know, not really. It was competitive throughout. I get it. He could have made them rounds more decisive and cleaner with a different approach. I get all of that, but you're not gonna tell me this man wasn't in there fighting and working his ass off. Yeah, the fight was competitive, but it wasn't as close as it was competitive. He was winning these rounds, man. This dude was doing a lot of holding. The young man was outworking the hell out of him. And the fact that you don't even speak of how ridiculous the scorecards is wild. You spoke on it with Hitchens and Paro, the 117, 111, but you're not going to speak on them. Giving this guy a decision that he didn't earn. He didn't beat Jalil Hackett. He know damn well he over-celebrated when they announced his name because he knew he lost. That's why Hackett was looking like that. He knew goddamn well he beat him. Man, don't do that to your fighter. Rock with your fighter, bro. You don't sound like you rocking with your fighter. He not complaining about the competition or who he got in there with, but you supposed to go to bat for him. Yeah, he could have looked better, but I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. And you got a lot of nerve to be talking about blowing the weight because you got two of your fighters sacrificed. You got two of your Joe Cordina and Raymond Ford. You asked both of them to take an extra fight of the weight class knowing they were supposed to be up. Don't give me that shit. You're supposed to ride with your guy. I will be honest. I think the fight could have been more convincing and decisive on Jalil's part. I think it's some things he could have cleaned up to make that a reality. But you're not going to tell me I didn't see what I seen. There's no scenario where this guy, Roman, won 6 rounds Saturday. I didn't see no 6 rounds. For him to win this fight, that means you seen 6 rounds for him, yo. Did you? Out of 10? He was holding a lot. He was getting outworked clearly getting outworked and pressured the entire time. Jalil Hackett might have took the 9th round off. Might have. But don't give me that, Eddie. Go to bat for your guy, man. He's a hard worker. What do you mean? Blew the weight? I don't know what you mean. You lack of professionalism. You told him that. You either got to get it together. I don't know if you told him that. I don't believe you. You also said somebody sent you a contract for a Virgil Ortiz fight at 47. I don't believe this shit, man. Like this is where I'm starting to have questions. Ride for your fighter, bro. You throwing him under the bus, it sound like. Gertz was good with it. Sound like you throwing him under the bus.
Muy bien.
Sound like you throwing your fighters under the bus.
Very good. You can fight. You're
Just
excited.
rock with your guy.
How's your Spanish?
Like that, them judges
Translation?
terrible. Like, say that.
You
Like,
speak English as well?
You got to keep it a buck. There's no way that judging, you thought that judging was good. They was bogus. Guaranteed, if Roman was working the way Jalil Hackett would have worked, he would have won. Let's call that shit what it was, man. Wasn't this guy, didn't this guy have some home cooking or something? He damn sure did. Damn sure. 117, 111 should have let you know the judges is on BS. They should have let you know that, so you think that's the only card that they messed up. That's all I'm saying. Look, I will acknowledge that he could have made this fight maybe cleaner, more decisive with some of these rounds. I get it. It was close. It was competitive. But he was edging the rounds out. Activity and actually landing punches. He wasn't just throwing just to throw. You know, he was landing punches. He had this dude on his heels a lot of this fight, man. He was fighting his ass off, bro. And they took one from him. You got to speak on that. They took it from him. Dragon Assassin was good with it, bro. Yeah, I hate the old era. I think a lot of that is how we perceive a fighter after they lose is to why they don't be wanting to lose that. Oh, because we trash them. Like, you see a fighter lose once, we like, that's it, throw them away. But I don't know, Eddie. You sound like you not riding with your guy. Like, you separating. Like, you look, lack of professionalism. You seen it. Get it together. Like, nah, man. Yeah, he should be beating these guys. It should have been cleaner. I agree with that. But you ain't got to throw him away. The judges was bogus to me.
Yes.
Judges
Very good.
on BS.
Yeah. He has a big future ahead of him.
Eddie, not to acknowledge it in one fight, but not the other.
I understand English.
Oh, good.
I don't speak English.
You didn't look
Judging was
excited,
not
so
good for this
well
fight.
done. Right,
The refereeing.
Let's do something in March, yeah? Right.
Not the refereeing, pardon me. The judges.
He's a big fan.
Terrible work.
Yeah. So, like, please stop with it. Like, I've actually had a few I had a couple of DMs, like, actually round from there's a guy called Junior Union, who's like 22-0, never boxed anyone in his life, right? Going, oh, Eddie Hearn gets a prospect beat. Fuck off. If you can't beat those guys, you're not the fighter that I thought you are. And if you lose tonight, it's not the end of the road for you. You've got to rebuild and you've got to come back. Not the fighter that I thought you are. And if you lose tonight, it's not the end of the road for you. You've got to rebuild and you've got to come back better.
Are you telling me because the judges got it wrong, he not the fighter that you thought he was? That's bogus to not even acknowledge that them scorecards was wild. Nasty work, girl. You're not even saying like you riding with your guy. I guarantee you if Conor Ben would have lost a decision like this, you wouldn't be up here saying he wasn't good enough. I bet you that shit. That's why people be questioning you when you get these certain fighters. That's why, bro. I guarantee you if Conor Egg Ben would lose a decision where he was working that damn hard in a fight, the last thing you will be up here talking about is you ain't the fighter I thought you was, or you ain't good enough. I'm not trying to call favoritism. I like Eddie, but I don't like when you do that, though. I don't like when you do that. That's foul, bro. They took that shit from the dude. You know that damn well they took the fight from him. They took it from him. He made the fight. He gave them the kind of fight that they be wanting to see. Pressure, constantly coming forward, throwing punches, landing punches, hurting his guy. You get me? Yeah, it could have been more cleaner. Yeah, Jalil, I know he expect more from himself. I know his dad expect more. I get that. I get it. That's the only place where he could look at himself and say, damn, I could have made this a little bit more convincing. Yeah, I let the rounds be a little bit close here or there. I let some of these rounds be kind of swing. I get all of that. But you're not going to tell me this man didn't work. You notice we ain't see a punch stat. None of that. They won't dare show you no punch stats because I know this kid was working. They just took it from you. Don't take a fight from a guy that came to win like that. Buddy ass was on his toes. He was surviving. Then he started fighting late. He started fighting a little bit more late. He should have been warned for all types of holding, bro. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, Hearn is bogus. I just don't like the sound of it, bro. I don't want to call like just favoritism, but I'm willing to bet. This was Conor Ben. You would not be questioning if he was good enough. Ty was good with it. You wouldn't be saying that. You wouldn't be saying, oh, you wasn't good enough on the night, or maybe you're not who I thought you were, or maybe you're just not on that level. I'm with him about the spoon feeding part. I'm with him. I'm with him about putting guys in there with quality guys. But at the same token, how are you going to shit on them if they lose? It's like, oh, well, you supposed to be beating these guys. I get it. But you're not going to speak about the judge? You're not going to speak about the judges, them scorecards, so they wasn't wild? So the scorecards wasn't wild. So Jalil Hackett wasn't working his ass off in that fight. I don't like it, man. I don't like the sound of that, Eddie. I don't like the sound of that, to say that man wasn't good enough, man. I get it. Close swing rounds, competitive, but that dude did excessive holding. He could have got points taken. Jalil was working. He didn't complain about the holding one time. He dealt with that shit like a G and just kept fighting. And that's how you as the promoter speak about him. I ain't saying you're supposed to coddle him and hold his hand. I'm with you there. But it almost sounds like you distancing yourself the minute he lost. Well, you seen it. Unprofessional with the weight. You seen it at the weigh-in. Listen, look, this is what I told him. I really would love to talk to the Hackers to ask him, did he have this conversation with y'all? Like, man. And maybe he is compromised at the weight. But Eddie, you should know all about that and asking fighters to take fights when you know they compromise at the weight. Raymond Ford ring a bell. You get what I'm saying? Joe Cordina ring a bell. Joe was talking about going up to 35, but you wait till you get sparked and try to get him a fight with Shakur. You get what I'm saying? Instead of allowing him to go up there to begin with and avoid the loss. Raymond Ford knew he was going up to 30, but nah, fight Nick Ball one more time. Yeah, stay down here one more time. Make this fight. Come on, man. I rock with the not baby and stuff, but all I'm saying is when your guys lose, don't start talking about some, well, maybe they ain't good enough. That don't sound like a guy, a promoter that's behind his guy. And it's not about being harsh and none of that. Had that conversation with them. You publicly out in your guys, it sound like. And I know you wouldn't have this energy for Conor Ben. I know you wouldn't. But we hearing about Boots and Teofimo. We should be hearing about Boots and Conor Ben. How about that? Bet you won't make that damn fight. I bet you won't make that fight. So you can see Conor Ben get chopped up. And then let me see if you stand in front of the people and say he ain't who he say he is. Because he think he could beat Boots. Man, that's all. I can't tell you how to speak, man, but I'll give you credit as a promoter, but don't do it like this. It sounds like you shitting on him. Damn it, he a young kid. What is he, 22 years old? Damn, at least sound like you got his back after the loss. You start immediately questioning him not being good enough when we know the decision was bogus. You going to ignore that shit? Don't speak on it. Yeah, maybe he wasn't good enough. Yeah, he messed the weight up. Yeah, the weight might have compromised him a bit, but he worked his ass off. He worked his ass off for you, Eddie. Man, he worked his ass off in that ring a Saturday, bro. That's all. And I ain't saying he don't need no participation trophy. He earned that. They just ain't give him they ain't give him his just due. They took it from Jalil Hackett. I'm standing on that. I don't believe I don't think they got the right decision. I really don't, y'all. I don't think they got the right decision. I don't. And now he you know, like Rue said, it could be a blessing in disguise, you know? It could be a blessing in disguise. It could cause him to be more motivated moving forward. Let me play the rest of this. We're going to keep it moving, y'all.
If you don't want to watch competitive fights, if you don't want to see prospects tested just a little bit when they're 8-1 on, fuck off and don't watch my shows, because I'm going to give you real fights. And I'm going to give you entertainment. And guess what? Sometimes when people underperform or they're not good enough, they're going to lose. Not every prospect is going to go on and be a world champion. But if you spoon feed them and never put them in anything competitive, one, it's a shit product. Two, it's a con for the fans. And three, you're not doing the right job for the fighter, because when they get to the top, they're not going to be good enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
So my thing is, did you put them in competitive fights and they ended up losing, or did you put them in there with guys that they're supposed to beat? Because you sound like on one end you saying you put them in there with guys that they were supposed to beat. Then on the other end you saying, look, I put guys in competitive fights. Yeah, we understand a loss is part of the game. We get that. We get a loss as part of it. But at the end of the day, when they do lose, why do you sound like you're separate from the fighter now? Why is it like, well, I did what I was supposed to do. They didn't. They're not good enough. This guy's not good enough. This guy's that. Joshua, eat a dick. Straight like that. You whack. Your mother whack. Everything about you whack. Pardon me, y'all. Back to regular schedule program. I'm treating people from now on. Y'all gonna stop coming through here playing with me. Back to regular schedule programming, man. Stand behind your fighter. You put him in these fights. Jalil Hackett been a real one since he been with you. You know he want the smoke. But this is not, I don't think, in my opinion, how you respond after you put him in a meaningful fight or a fight that's of some substance and he lose. I get it. You saying he'll still have a way, he'll still have an opportunity. But say that to out them and say they messed over the weight. Oh, maybe they ain't good enough. They wasn't good enough on the night. They supposed to be guys like that. But don't watch my shows if you don't want to watch competitive fights. Which one is it? Which one is it? Because if it's a competitive fight, then you know losing is part of it. So that's for the fans and for yourself. Don't distance yourself from the fighter when they lose. That's all I'm saying. Stand with your fighter. Right here, it just don't sound like you standing with your fighter. I get it. You don't want to hold their hand, but I'm going to stand on this. I'm willing to bet Conor Ben, if and when he get his ass beat, you're not going to be in no damn interviews questioning if he was good enough. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to be doing that. That's all I'm saying. Stand with your fighter, bro. Stand with your fighter.
J-Rock, whatever his name is, or what is it? Julian Williams. Same thing. Oh, bad night for Eddie Hearn. He got two prospects. Not really. Eddie Hearn found out that tonight they ain't good enough.
J-Rock never fought nobody. He was a unified world champion. He responded from the pressure of other fighters, and you mad. So now you distancing yourself from a guy that just lost? What is wrong with you? Just went out there and fought his ass off. These bogus-ass judges took the fight from the young man. He won, bro. I'm not about to play this funny shit. Oh, yeah, he could have did this. Man, he worked. He worked, and he should have got the win is all I'm saying. I don't care if it was, 6 rounds for him, 4 for the other guy, but he damn sure should have won the fight. Damn sure. No way in hell this guy should have made it up out of there with a win. No way in hell he should have made it up out of there without a win. Let me play the rest of this. I ain't going to stop it. I'm going to let this rest of this.
It's a bit harsh. Mate, you want me to keep it real with you? Mark Castro, you were not good enough tonight. If you perform like that, you are not going to be a world champion or reach that level. Jalil Hackett, if you don't make weight professionally, you are not going to beat guys like that who you should be strolling through. Facts. Grow a fucking set and stop.
So if it's the fight is competitive, if you putting them in competitive fights and not spoon feeding them, you telling me they should roll through those fights, right? Which one is it? Because you double talking. On one end, you get what I'm saying? They should roll through the fights. On the other end, it's competitive. Which one? If the fights are that competitive, then maybe he shouldn't have rolled through this fight. Maybe he shouldn't have rolled through it. But what I'm going to say this. Did he have the best performance ever? No. Did it blow you away? No. Could he do better? Yes. Was it his best? No. But did he stand tall? Did he go out there and really work? He absolutely did. Did he outwork this guy? Did he out hustle him? Did he outland him? I think he did all of those things. And I think he hurt him more times. So if that shit don't matter, then I don't know. I don't know where we at in boxing. If that shit don't get you a win, I don't know what do. Because all that damn holding, he did excessive holding. You're not going to speak about none of this shit, man. The young man Jalil fought through all that holding. I would have seen that shit would have frustrated a lot of fighters. And he fought through it, kept fighting, and didn't get the nod. And this is how you repay him. You just throw him away. Terrible, bro.
Fucking mince him round the subject and be real with people. Sport. You get beat when you're not good enough. You know what I'm saying? You don't just make matchups that are shit where you can't lose. It's shit. It's shit for the sport. It's shit for the prospect.
All the champions not.
Exactly. Richard, people will say, oh, Mark Castro got, what about Richardson Hitchens, who we took, was out on the fucking street after Mayweather Promotions wouldn't give him a fight. And I took him and I built him, I got him to headline, got him to a mandatory position, and he became world champion. You want to say our matchroom brought him through to do that? No, you don't, because you want to criticise because you're just fucking miserable. That's why.
Not me, by the way, the people like that.
No, you and all, that's it.
Other end of the spectrum, Ishmael Davis.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear. I just didn't like his sentiments and his the way he sounded. Like, you didn't sound like you were in support of your guy when he lost. You get me? You ain't sound like you really wanted to rock with him. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that. You get me? You don't gotta kiss his ass, and you could come out here and say, look, he could have had a better performance, X, Y, and Z, but as hard as he worked, and for you to, he just wasn't good enough. Like, I ain't with that, man. Stand tall, stand for your guy, man. Stand for your guy. Like I said, I just didn't hear that from him. I just heard, the hell, he went out there and lost. I gave you an opportunity, and you went out there and lost. That's what I heard. Thomas Hill, I got you. So I built him, yeah. I know that's crazy, right? He did some good work for him. He did keep him busy, get him fights, put him in position to get and fight for a title. But I just didn't like the way that sounded. He entitled. That's his fight. He could talk how he want. But if I'm the fighter and I'm hearing you speak like that, and I just went out there and work hard, yeah, I might have felt like I ain't do my best. But you're not about to do me like that, bro. You're not about to do me like that. He said Hearn is a little finger. So this is what Eddie does. Yeah, I hate to hear it, man. Yeah, what's good with it, bro?
What's good with you, man? I'm gonna be honest. I think that given the way he explained everything right there and there, it looked like the fix was in. He's aware of the fix being in.
Right.
Because there's no way, like you said, you will defend a fight where you know somebody obviously lost. I've seen him defend his fighters that obviously lost and said that, the judging wasn't seeing things the right way and all of this other stuff. And to say that and then to say he wasn't good enough. And Bro said, like, all this, that's personal stuff. That's attacks. So clearly, somewhere along the line, because it's been discussed that, like, when people get on his cards or get in his promotion, they get shrugged. I think, maybe after the fight, because this was after the fight. I think after the fight, they discussed the fact that, hey, they got shrugged in that, and that, that they believe probably the fix was on, and he probably didn't like it, because all of that is response to somebody that knows, like, hey, something really right didn't take place.
Right.
And we got to wash this up. We gotta make this right, because if it was what he said, like you said, because he said on one hand, I make competitive fights. That's why you come place or you come fight for me, because you're gonna get the fights that are gonna be competitive and good fights. And then on the other end, you should have shrugged him or whatever the heck you said. But like that lets you know that first and foremost, he double talking, and two, that he know what he talking about ain't true. He just trying to make it sound true, make it believable to the next folk. Yeah, your boy Eddie, he ain't no good for brothers, bro. I've always said that. And I'm gonna maintain it after that statement right there, because you're right. If it would have been one of his fighters that he got in his catalog, as he quote unquote said, built up, oh, he'd be going to bang for them. My man was cheating, and they was talking about how he should have been able to fight. All this good stuff. Man,
He
get
was
out
still
of
trying to get Conor Ben fights while he was suspended. But soon as a young Jalil Hackett lose a fight, it's maybe they wasn't good enough. Maybe you're not who I thought you were. I ain't never hear you say that shit after no loss. I just don't feel like a promoter should talk like that.
Exactly, and that's a promoter talking about his fighter.
Right.
Like if I was on his roster, I'd be pissed just for that.
Right. I'll be looking. I'll be side-eyeing Eddie. Ernest, what's good, Brody? I'll be side-eyeing Eddie right now, looking at him like, yeah, so is that how you really feel? I ain't good enough, huh?
So are you really in my best interest? Like, are you really going out to get me the fights I need? You're gonna literally throw, and this man won 7 rounds, bro. I don't. The worst you can give it is a 6-4 victory for him. I thought he won at least 7 rounds.
And had him on the prelim. Thought nobody was gonna see it. Yeah, you know what it was. 2 cents. And he should have been on the main portion of the card.
That's another factor, though. Just he had him on the prelim, so you wouldn't see it. Because to me, I think he's trying to find a way to get up out of representing his brother.
Yeah, he pulled a fast one for sure. He damn sure pulled a fast one.
But he just made himself look bad in front of all. I couldn't rock with him after that, bro. If I'm on his roster, I can't rock with him after that.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard too. I mean, you look at him like I don't know. Maybe Hackett seemed pretty humble, down to earth. He like, man, look, he took a L, he accepting it, all accountability, and we respect it. But we the people, we was watching the fight, bro. I'm not saying it because you cool and I like you and your dad. I'm saying it because it's real, and I think they took one from you. I do. I think they took one from you.
Oh, they definitely took one from him.
I do. I just don't think he got I don't think they got that call right. And you should 117, 111, even in the main event was bogus. Blade was good with it, bro.
And the only people that's gonna speak negative on that whole situation is hyenas, because they like to eat carcasses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't work for that, they want to take something else. So anybody speaking on him and his performance, how it wasn't good enough or he a bum, them fools is hyenas. That man went in there and outworked him, he outpunched him, he outlanded him, drove him back the whole fight long, and he walked out with the loss.
Right. Said Tank said Eddie is snake. I wouldn't go that far. I think what I'm seeing now, though, I'll say this, right? Because I try to listen to the fighters too. Antonio was good, fam. I haven't really heard the fighters per se that's working with him say it, right? I've heard Wilder speak and not like him, but I've also seen them patch it up too. So I just think what you're starting to see is like, I don't know, favoritism. So you get, I don't know. I hate to even say that, but it just, I don't know. I only want to, I just want to deal with it situation by situation. But what it looks like to me when he gets an American fighter is it's just always something to question, right? Like nobody question how you moving him or nothing like that, but it's just the separation when he lost is what I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Oh, not good enough type deal. I don't think he lost that fight because he wasn't good enough. I think he lost the fight because they took it from him. Kevin was good with it, my guy. My wife was saying the commentary doesn't match what she was saying, right? Right.
That's somebody that don't even
losing on Jalil. I don't think he's losing money on Jalil. I wouldn't know though. I wouldn't know. I don't know how much money he's losing on him though.
To be clear, I'm not with no conspiracy type stuff. But given the way he responded and what he said, what took place in the ring, it clearly didn't match up. And on top of that, that's somebody that you're saying you're going to use to catapult your business in the States, and you got him on the undercard where nobody will really get a chance to view it. Yeah, man, it's a possibility that they had something going on right there.
I've been hearing that too. Like his ass on the low, it is clearing out potential threats for this guy at 47. I ain't gonna lie, whether it's intentional or not. Now, look, I won't go as far as saying it's intentional, but I definitely think you could start to make a case that it sounds like that's what's going on. But at the same token, it seems as though guys going up there might benefit them at the, at the same time. But if it's going against what the fighter wants, that's where people start to, kind of question is what his motives or intentions are. You get me? So Boots might fare better at 54. He might be healthier up there. You never know. But if you're going against, if your plan is secretly something the opposite of what the fighter want, that'll be the issue, right? With Jalil, he's younger. People have been questioning it for a couple fights. You can't lie, right? About him being looking, depleted when he made the weight and stuff like that. Looked like he hydrated pretty well, but at the same token, you don't know what kind of toll or effect is really having on him for him to have to
effect on it. Definitely could, but what I saw in the ring was a win by Jalil Hackett. It's a loss. At worst, it's raw.
With the Hacketts, yeah, I would love to know that, Rube. I like to ask him. Did they have a discussion on what he was talking about with the weight and stuff like that? But he said what they did was unprofessional, and I must have missed something at the weigh-in where I didn't catch what he meant. All right, Boots find out about Teo on IG and not his actual promoter, Eddie Hearn. You see why I take that stuff with a grain of salt already. And Boots just told us, if it ain't coming from him, and I'm gonna stick to that. If it ain't coming from him, I'm questioning it. Man, shout out to Ty. That's a good point. BN Boxing News, my God, what's good with it, bro? Yes, sir. T Hill, the super co-host. Ant Jones was good. Teal versus Boots, man. And see that one coming. And we probably won't, though. Real talk, though, Ant. We probably won't see it. You know what I mean? That look drained on the win. They did lose the fight. Now it was convincing now, but he clearly edged it out. Yeah, I think he definitely, at the worst case scenario, he edged the fight out. Worst case. I just didn't see enough work put together, enough rounds put in the bank for Buddy. And it was like you watched the fight, like, look, he just you just gonna let the young boy just outwork you. You cool with it. And that's how I was watching the fight. Like, okay, he just putting rounds in the bank. You tough, you sturdy, you taking some good shots, you weathering some storms, but you comfortable with letting the young man outwork you. And the next thing you know what I mean? And the fact that you in Puerto Rico and people said that guy was a Puerto Rican, man, stop. Need I say more? We're not about to ignore this because any other day people want to say how corrupt boxing is. Well, that shit didn't stop after last night or before last night. So you see more of it. And that's all I'm saying. Coach Kenny spoke. Look, he said they robbed us. Everybody's seen it. I mean, I hate to use the word, but they took the fight from him. I'll say that. Damn sure they didn't get it right. They didn't get the decision right. Dude over celebrated. I know sometimes, some people might be like, what you talking about? He celebrated like even he was surprised to get the decision. And that's very telling. And Jalil Hackett had that face like, what the hell? Like, yo, you serious? Like, yo, y'all serious? Like, y'all, all right, bet. That's what y'all doing. I promise you, that's his face. Like, no, he can't do shit about it, but he looking around like, yo, did y'all really just get his dude the win? He works so much harder than him, is what I'm saying. And you're not about to tell me that Roman was so efficient in between all that work he was doing with the holding that he still edged 6 rounds. Get the hell out of here. That's bogus. Hell no. Should have been a UD, but I'm cool with saying he edged it out because people, don't know the difference between competitive and close. If you were competitive with me for 12 rounds straight, but I won them all, the fight was competitive. It's not close. You get what I'm saying? Them scorecards gonna be wide as hell. But the fight was competitive, but it's not close. At the end, the scorecard is gonna indicate that it was I was winning these rounds. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the only argument Buddy might have. But still, in all, at the end of the day, you gotta say, yo, I seen 6 rounds for Roman. Where? What 6 rounds? Tell me them shits. I'd rather go back and watch that. Ain't no way in hell that man won those 6 rounds. He was holding half the fight, bro. Like literally holding excessively.
I'm going to find 6 rounds.
Damn, man. Find 6 rounds for that dude. You a bad boy, man. Bad man. Hannibal said, oh, but Teo allegedly talks with Boots. Yeah, that's why I say all them talk stuff, man. Garbage. Teo want to fight everybody that's not in his weight class, y'all. I ain't letting him off the hook till he proved to me he want to fight one of them dudes respectfully. Because all he's been doing is talking about it. Now they're talking about talks. Okay. He actually signed on the dotted line and the fight is on the way. He gonna get all his just due times too. But until then, I think it's a smoke screen. I think he's using this time as an opportunity to get the. I don't think he's scared of nobody. Let me say that, but I just don't understand him. Seemed like he would rather fight people or convince the people that he want guys outside the weight class. And like I said, he just did a recent interview where he was talking about, unifying at 140. So I don't know what he want to do. 1 minute is 140, next minute is I want to tank Boots, and I'm gonna finish with Crawford. Like, what the hell?
He just doing, man, he just T.O. in the moment. That's all he do. He'll be somebody else that we never really even heard of, or somebody he don't think that is that much of a threat to him. So all the while saying,
that's what that was. Okay. Shout out to Rube. And again, commentary, mine was on mute for copyright purposes, so I couldn't hear no commentary. Shout out to you. You just filled in a little blank for me then, because I was trying to figure out what Eddie Hearn was talking about when he said, "You seen it with the weight they blew it," and that's what you saying. It was walking around the hotel trying to lose weight before the fight. Cool. That's not a good sign. And I know those dudes work, so you might need to go up. So
he probably most likely.
Yeah, I don't agree with the notion that Eddie Hearn is getting people beat. I won't say that. Because competitive fighters. I never looked at that. I don't see how that makes sense. I think that's coming from people that's not really being like thinking all the way through when they say that. Like that would be doing bad. Why would somebody intentionally do bad business like that? You get me, sign fighters and put them in position.
It's not.
You have to be
reckless like he was talking about. Is that not bad business though?
Say that again.
Bad business. That's your fighter. You talking and you addressing.
Mm-hmm. I think the way he spoke about him is not in the best taste. I think that was a little distasteful. But as far as like getting people beat, I definitely don't think that that's the case. But it's how do you respond when people do get beat?
Yeah. Maybe you're not the fighter I thought you were.
Yeah, I didn't like the tone of that. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm with the whole not babying him. I'm with that, but I don't think you had to say those things. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep to question that. Like, damn, bro.
I'm giving you the toughest fights you can get, the most competitive fights, but you should have watched them. And maybe you're just not the fighter I thought you was.
You get me? Like, which one?
Like you don't want to pick you freaky up under the bus, letting somebody steamroll you.
But
just saying, man.
Like that before the fight, he definitely was compromised, and that is on them and their team. Like, I know that's something they gotta get a handle on. But my question for them would be like, I wonder how long y'all feel like y'all got at 47.
They ain't got much time, man.
Because I can't imagine him intentionally wanting to blow weight. Like that kid worked hard. You see what kind of shape he been. Shout out to my guy Creel. Shout out to Luigi. Shout out to my guy the Traveler Jalil will top out 168.75. I think didn't he say something like that too? I think he just turning 22, so he's very young and he probably still growing, yo. Probably still growing. So I hope they make whatever decision is necessary for them to move to that next step, because this is a little hiccup, man. Ain't like he got embarrassed. He got a fight taken from him, respectfully. I mean, Roman didn't do enough to win.
But I will say that, his faithful for little son didn't fight before this.
Damn, Eddie. Right.
So he got to start thinking about moving up, man, because even though he's a young, strapping prospect, man, you don't want to put your body that much through the ringer to try to make a weight, bro.
Right.
It's got to work the ranks up on the 54 tip, man.
Get it together. Man.
I couldn't rock with Eddie after that, man. And I'm pretty sure once I get back to the Hacketts, they're going to reevaluate their situation, man, because that's not the way you endorse your fighter.
Right.
You don't endorse. No, you didn't endorse a known cheat that way. You going somebody who got cheated that way.
Yeah. You going to bat for that dude, still trying to get him fights, and now you over here, just kind of essentially separating yourself from a guy that lost, but at the same token saying it's going to be more opportunities. That's cool. Speak like that. Speak some life into your guy after a loss. That's all I'm saying. That's a tough loss, his first one. Not all. Maybe you ain't good enough. Like, I had this fight. Seemed like he was a little amped up a little bit off of reading tweets or whatever he was reading with people questioning him and saying he getting people beat. And it must have been J-Rock. J-Rock must have tweeted at him or something and say, yeah, are getting his fighters beat. And I don't think that's the case, but the way you stand by him after a defeat is important, right? You rock with him, hey man, he wasn't our night or whatever the case, but I think it was deeper than not being your night. I think a hometown guy got some home cooking for real.
Okay, like this is the case. I guess I'm really stating. You telling him he need to be more professional in the way that he approaches the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yet the young buck in defeat handled himself with so much more grace than you as a promoter.
Right. He ain't make no excuses. Shout out to Jalil Hackett.
So yeah, man, that washed me the wrong way, man. If I'm stateside, bro, and I'm on his docket or on his catalog of fighters, bro, I gotta worry about myself because that's what it would take for somebody to literally get gifted a situation and everybody knows it, and you're gonna call and tell him he messed up. It was his fault. He's not the fighter I thought he was.
Right.
That's crazy, man. I just don't get it.
Well, Devin Haney,
okay,
took the time to get his lick back in after
the hyena.
Jalil Hackett was on record for speaking on him, and let me jog y'all memory real quick with this clip if y'all remember it.
What's your thoughts on Ryan? On Devin on Ryan? He a pussy for that. He need to just fight him again. Wish I would sue a nigga for whooping my ass. Just need to run it back. You need to run it back or be quiet. What's your thoughts on Ryan? On Devin on Ryan?
Yeah, I don't think he said nothing too crazy though, but he said it pussy, but it was enough. I see what Dev, he took that and ran.
They didn't get over there. Crazy.
My bad. That phone call. But yeah, so I was Richardson Hitchens. Not Richardson Hitchens. That was Jalil Hackett speaking about that situation. Dang Father was good with it. Obviously Devin ain't come out of the woodworks with it. Somebody said the Devin Haney curse is definitely a thing. I wasn't believing it at first, but here's Mr. Hackett talking greasy. He ain't say all that much. But I get it. You spoke on him, called him out his name, but that's light. Especially as opposed to all the other shit I heard. But I could see why he'll take the time and say something about him. He took his shot, but he also took shots at Robeisy as well. And I doubt if Robeisy don't even speak English, so I know he ain't say nothing about him. He said his MF used to be talking so much shit too. What just happened, and we all seen what happened with Robeisy. But we gonna get to that Devin Haney. So he called him for sure. Yeah, he called him that for the suing shit. That's like pussy shit. That's basically what he's saying for suing. Now I get why Devin to go have his way, but Bernard Hackett tagged his pops too and said something to him as well. Hold on. Where B Hackett at, man? Says you ain't gotta go through everyone in front of us. Just call us direct. We here for the smoke. He said Eddie Hearn phone still not ringing from you to go fight or even spar with us yet. We here all day, 24/7, 365, 10K. That Jalil Hackett smashed Devin Haney. So he bet, I think that's his pops betting that he, 10K that he had smashed Devin. And I think Jalil had hold on, man. I think it's something else. Hold on. I got y'all. Jalil Hackett was on Mill City too, y'all. In fact, he was on Mill City as well.
after that loss, hella niggas jumped off the porch. Like, shit, even fucking Devin, your nephew
Godson.
come crazy out of left field. Nigga ain't been on Twitter in months. Come on Twitter talking shit about me. So he saying 40 hard to make. I don't know if he said it on video or whatever the fuck, but niggas have heard him say 40 is hard to make. He can't make 40 no more. He could bring his bitch ass to 47 and fight me. And you was directly close to him, Zab, so you could let him know.
Oh yeah,
Jalil,
he hear you. He hear you. Definitely, he gonna hear you. Definitely.
yeah, he
Yeah.
Jalil Hackett trying to see what's up with you, cause I'm one of the people. I ain't got no problem with a nigga having their opinion on a fight.
Right.
He could, Jalil lost. Jalil took a loss. Boo bop bip. I wouldn't have gave a fuck, but this nigga went out of the way to just straight hate for no fucking reason. So now it's like, now I'm on your ass. And people think cause somebody ain't with you, they hating. I ain't say that. It's just, nigga, you went out of your way. You just so happen to be saying you can't make the weight that's below me anymore. You about to move up. So nigga, let's fight. I don't like you. You don't like me apparently because you was pressed to say something about me. So now let's boogie.
I like the young Hackett, man. But I'm guessing, y'all, from that going up there talking to Zab, is Bill Haney put this up. All this time, I thought Zab was with us until he put crumbs on his platform for us to eat. Another Bernard out his mind. And I don't know what all that's supposed to mean, but I guess I don't know if he liked them conversing up there, talking to each other about the fight. I don't think Zab did none, so I don't know exactly where all that came from, but said, chill out, big bad Bernard Hackett. Take a vacation, get some rest, and pull yourself together. Don't embarrass yourself anymore. It takes real work to get to the pay window, and right now you're doing your son a disservice. He said, I understand you're frustrated. You're a frustrated dad. He said, your son just lost a split decision to a guy ranked number 135 while he's ranked 140. He said, here's the deal. I'll go down the rankings one by one. If all 139 fighters ahead of him pass on their opportunity, then I'll call Eddie for you. But until then, sit back, relax, and learn the business. That was Bill Haney talking to Bernard Hackett, I'm assuming. Well, it's obvious. Not to get into that stuff. I think this right here is why people perceive them the way they do. Now, look, I speak on both sides. Devin Haney's entitled to say whatever he want to say, even if nobody said nothing to him. He could speak his mind. If he felt like the dude lost and he want to take shots, he entitled to do it. But in this case, he was responding off an old clip where Hackett was talking, called him out his name or whatever the case. So I get it. But he also spoke about Robeisy too. And it's kind of like that kick a person when they down mentality. And people are all in the comments. I seen the thread. They like, you must have forgot about 420. So you do take opportunities to, I don't know, kind of trash or take pokes or digs at guys when they lost, when they lose or have a bad fight, bad performance. But everybody's seen that 420 fight, so they ain't never gonna forget it. But look, Jalil Hackett, young in the game, man. Look, he'll fight them all, I believe. Devin Haney got a lot more experience than him. And it probably show in the fight as well. But I ain't against seeing none of these fights. But I doubt if he's going down any 139 fighters list before he get the Hackett. I think that's foolish. Like, it's either you want to fight him or you don't. And I don't expect you to want to fight him because they don't have shit that you want. And it'll just be you fighting him because he said he called you out or y'all had words. So I know business don't go like that. So I definitely don't think a fight will come out of this. I still don't know who Devin Haney gonna fight when he get back. For real. I don't know. You know what I mean? It was talks about Liam Paro. Paro said he priced himself out. Since then, we've been seeing Devin. He's been back in the gym. They back to their old tricks. I mean, they released sparring footage with Liam Paro and Devin Haney from a while back. And I know I got the clip king. We ain't seen Devin beat one guy bigger than him. That's the thing. He got the experience and things like that, skill set. Sharper fighter, more polished, definitely at this stage of his career. But Jalil Hackett's a big young boy, physically strong. It'd be pressuring and coming forward. Be interesting. I tell you that. It'd be interesting. Because we'll fight with it. We'll wait 47, especially if you go up to where he at. It'd be interesting nonetheless. 47 hitting harder than 140 for sure. Yeah. That wasn't fair. I lost some money to hit. So I don't know what made them release the sparring footage, but they right back to their old tricks. And look, I ain't knocking it. I don't care. I use this shit for what it is. You put it out, I use it as entertainment or content. You want to put out when you spar with Paro, no problem. But I don't know what that was for. I guess he felt like he was beating his ass. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let me play the clip. LetsBuild, the fax machine. Shout out to my guy. Technique was good with it, bro. He said, miss me with the ranking. Yeah, I don't care about the rank as much. I mean, not when you talking about a fight for the most part. Like, if it's either you want to fight or you don't too sometimes. But look, all things where I don't expect the fight to materialize. It's just entertainment, and that's what I'm gonna use it as. So they talking a little bit of trash. I know Jalil will fight whoever. I think that was a tough loss. I don't think the right man won. Could he clean up some things that make his fights a lot more decisive? Obviously, he could. You know, he's young. He still got a lot of kinks to work out. He still could grow a lot. He obviously growing, probably out of 147 right before our eyes. So I'm gonna be here when he bounces back. I'm still rocking with the young man, but I don't think, there's no reason why him and a Devin Haney should fight. But I do like a Devin Haney and Richardson. Hitchens stylistically, that's a fun fight to watch. But I don't know who Devin Haney gonna fight and when he gonna fight or bounce back. But at least he back in the gym. At least he's shaking off the rust. At least he back on Twitter. He getting back active, right? So hopefully we see him in the ring sooner than later. But I don't see no Jalil Hackett being a option. I just think that's going to be what it is. A little bit of back and forth there, and they're going to move on. Not in the same weight division. I don't think Devin planning on 47 just yet. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. So let's see who he fights at 140. But he did drop this sparring footage with him and Paro. I mean, I don't know. Sparring champion of the world, Craig. You know it. And Shakur sparring him too. Yeah, I had that one too, Hen Dog. Shout out to you. I had that clip in here for a while. I think I had deleted it though. Shakur sparring him. I got the Devin one. This is everywhere now, but let's play it. Liams.
Ooh. Really don't want to go too much because they're coming back.
No. They was hyping up everything. The hype man is crazy. They were hyping it up. Woo, woo. You would thought somebody knocked somebody out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look like you ready. Don't run. Tell him to come here.
He's about to stop him.
Beat him, champ.
Oh! Feed him. Yeah. No, the leg just went numb. the leg is numb. I see him. I see it. Any part of that motherfucker is going to sleep. No. Downstairs. That leg.
Ooh, another body shot. I just don't keep hurting. Uh-oh.
That's the shot you've been working. First, you see what's been working, Frank.
He got some ill-ass hype, man. I ain't gonna lie. Ill-ass hype, man.
He's throwing down. He's tight. He's sucking wind.
Illest hype man in the brass.
You ready for that? No.
I heard they got rid of him. Church.
Trying to rap.
I think I'm knocking motherfucker out. Where that shit at?
You got it. He's supposed to be 140, man.
They be bad. Gotta love the hype, man. Feel like good work to me. Dad is sharp as always, man. He's a sharp fighter, man. Nothing here surprises me, man. It's always good work, but I don't know. They just got a habit of releasing sparring footage. They stay doing that when somebody fight or opponent or something like that. I guess it's a way to get the people back talking. You see, I came and played it right, but I mean, I don't make too much out of that stuff. I would have liked to see them fight in the ring personally, and I was saying it before, way before I ever seen any sparring. I thought Devin Haney stylistically could box Paro. I don't know what he is after the Ryan Garcia situation with him trying to bounce back. So I don't know. That was Devin and Lynn Paro, Aisha. That him and his dad had posted on their Twitters and IGs or whatever. But and he ain't fighting. I just never understood. I don't know what the point in that was, though. It's like that's the thing. I don't have a problem with none they doing. I just, like I said, I look at everything as entertainment. But if people wonder why, like somebody always got something to say, you got to think. They came at Jalil Hackett, but we understand why. Robeisy caught a stray. Lynn Paro got his sparring footage dropped. Like, you get me? They just start throwing darts. Doom. Before you know it, we talking about them for going at this fighter, that fighter. At the end of the day, I just want to see the young man bounce back. I don't know who he's going to fight. I was hearing initially it was supposed to be Paro. We all know how that played out. And this is my thing. I'm not saying this next or anything like that. I do think a fight with Hitchens and Haney is a good fight. Technical chess match. I really do. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they both worked with Eddie Hearn, shit, Dad worked with him before, man. You think that's a fight that he should pursue that fight, man. It's a title shot, but I doubt it because under them IBF rules, he don't want nothing to do with that. I don't think so personally. So, I definitely don't think it'll be his first fight coming out, but we'll see, man. I don't know where Devin goes, man. He back in the gym. He released a little video, hitting them pads. Young Devo, he back working, y'all. That's what it's all about. Just get back in that gym and work. Get back in the lab, shake off the rust, find your get back opponent, get back to what you been doing. Get back to your winning ways. Oh yeah, for sure, Priya. That's a fact. That's true. It's true. They take turns in the head here. Big guy, they want to take it right. To a degree. But shit. If people take some, they take more punishment in these sparring than they do in the fight. He back working, man. Back shanking off that rust. That's what it's all about. Get back to it. Getting that hand up. You see him, they trying to drill that joint. They making sure he drill that to his head, boy. Do not let your hand down. Don't drop that hand. Hand down, man down. Man, I ain't off. Yeah. Haney out there putting that work in, back in his element. Relatively good shape, man, too. Got the weight down, good sign. Get the weight down, keep the weight down, young Devin. Young Devo. Young Devo, man. Let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling. We ain't done just yet, though, but we just touching up on the latest, man. So they're back doing what he doing, taking shots at fighters, dropping sparring footage, talking shit, tweeting, and that's it. He back training, back posting videos. So I could guess, or I could imagine at some point he'll be possibly making some type of ring return. Against who? I have no clue. Cash, you might be right. I mean, it's obvious that you can't get the money that you were seeking initially anyway, because if you did, then I don't see why you wouldn't have been the one fighting Liam instead of Richardson. But hopefully he bounce back strong. That's all I can say. I support the guy. I just want to see who we're gonna fight, because at least when you get a fight coming up, a lot of these antics could fall by the wayside. And we could just I'm really anxious to see what he looked like after that fight. If he could just return to form, get right back in there, and ain't no ring rust, or he ain't fighting no old demons from that fight from 420. He just get back in there and look like himself. Because I know a lot of people make a big deal out of these little sparring clips or better yet, training videos. For me, he's just like he's shaking the rust off. You know what I mean? Shaking the rust, getting loose, getting back in the swing of things. So I don't expect him to look like he's been training for 8 to 10 weeks. I already know he's gonna look a little different. That's cool. His weight down. I think they just need to focus on their get back. If y'all gonna move the same way y'all have in the past, then you could expect a lot of the same criticism to follow. The shitting on fighters, the dropping sparring footage. At least you did it this time after the fight instead of before the fight, but still pretty pointless. And then y'all saying you think he could become world champion again, but you trying to post the footage as if you was beating his ass to say like, yo, I could do that too. Nah, man, do it under the lights. It's different under the lights. Richardson Hitchens didn't have to spar Liam Paro. He beat him up in the actual ring. I think that's what y'all need to focus on. Y'all coming back and beating some ass. You know what I'm saying? But all that taking shots at people like 420 didn't happen, bro. I wouldn't even waste my time tweeting about a guy losing a fight after going through that with Ryan. I just think it's a waste of time. Like, that's always going to be worse than anybody you talking about. There's nobody in recent memory, I think, that took that got touched up that bad in the actual fight, whether it was a loss or not. We get all the stuff surrounding it, but you got your ass handed to you. So people ain't forget about that. And it's, so you gotta be mindful. On the week after the fight, he's been working. Week after the fight, yeah, that's good. Good. That's good. That's all I want. I want to see him bounce back. I've been saying it. Hitchens is boring. I don't think Hitchens is boring. You fell asleep against Hitchens and Paro. You just don't like technical boxing. Just don't like the sweet science. But all that boring stuff, that shit is garbage, man. Like he showed to be elite level. He proved his worth. He deserved the support. I don't know. Like, a lot of people do that when they say they fell asleep on the fight. That says more about you as a boxing fan than the fighter. You get me? Like, every fight ain't gonna be some drag them out, bar brawl. That was a technical chess match. Let me find out that the whole world don't appreciate like pure boxers no more. Like, we just call everything boring when it ain't a knockout. I've never seen that being more consistently said at no other point in boxing outside of like today's boxing. Like, that's all we do. I don't know. Hitchens ain't boring to me. I don't think Devin Haney is boring. I don't think people are boring. I don't think these dudes are boring. You don't know nothing I'm gonna say. Yeah, if it's about standing for boxing, then yeah, I'm gonna say it. Because I don't even understand the point of saying I fell asleep on the fight. Okay, well, maybe you just didn't. You don't enjoy the sweet science. That's all. Because that's what it is. These sweet signs at the highest level. Maybe you need a knockout to be entertained. I don't know. But for me, I like chess matches because I understand every fight ain't going to be a knockout. I understand that it's called boxing, not knockout. You get me? So I understand everybody's not going to be this home run hitter. And some guys are going to really have to outbox you or outthink you for 12 rounds. You know how hard it is to do that shit for 36 minutes? Man, I can only imagine, bro. I can only imagine how hard it is to perform under them lights 36 minutes, 12 rounds. So look, I ain't knocking you. Your preference is your preference. No issues, but I like the sweet signs as much as I do a knockout because I get it. I understand it. You know what I mean? I think the more time you take to really get it, you know what I mean? Maybe you like it a little bit more. I don't know, but we've been doing this for like the longest. Like all these boxers, they get bad reps because they're not getting knockouts. But nah, I can't do it. It's so many good fights that make it 12 rounds and go to decision, and we enjoy them. So I don't think that fight was boring. Thought it was very strategic. I thought he fought a smart fight, disciplined. He's very composed. First title shot. He looked good, man. He looked good. Hitchens did his thing, man. I know he made his people, he made his folks proud, man. He made his folks proud with that one. He made his peoples proud with that one. That was a damn good win, bro. Damn good win. He beat a real good fighter. He beat a really good fighter. Nick Baldwin was good with it. That 15-round dudes will be getting stopped. I think so, too. Plus the knockout. Yeah, not all of them, though. Not all of them. Not all of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not that type of fight fan. I'm not complaining when a guy don't knock somebody out. Like, that don't say less about you when you don't knock somebody out. Everybody just not going to get a knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Knockouts don't always happen, but boxing is always going to happen. It's always going to be boxing. It ain't always going to be a knockout, but it's going to always be boxing. So just think about that. It's going to always be that. So if you bored just because a guy doesn't get knocked out, I don't know what to tell you. You might not like boxing that much. Might not like boxing that much. Devin beats Hitchens. I have to see it, Hannibal. I'm not sold that he beats him. I'm not sold. We said the same. We said Devin beat Ryan too, you know? So I don't know. I'm not sold. Totally different fighter. I can't tell you how to see it, but for me, I need to see the fight. It's 50-50 to me. And I refuse to say anything else. The most I will go is 55-45, but not even. I think that's a 50-50 fight, straight down the middle. Pick 'em fight. Devin got some experience, got more fights. Maybe he could pull it off, but that's not I don't see no fight that I've seen from him makes me feel like he 100% beats Richardson Hitchens. Like, no, there's no way. I don't feel like that. I got to see it. That's all I'm saying. Good fighter, more proven, all that stuff. The more pro fights, experience, all that good shit, but still got to show me. Styles make fights, man, and they'd be like staring into a mirror a little bit. I'm telling you, it'd be a technical chess match. Either guy could win. But he said he'd beat. He said, of course he think he'll beat Devin. What's the weight difference? On fight night? Creole? On fight night, you mean? I don't know. But I don't see that fight happening. Definitely no time soon, and not why he got not under them IBF rules for Devin. I couldn't see that. Only way I could see them fighting is if it was a unification, possibly. I mean, other than that, I don't know if he gonna want to go that route. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Like, come down to pedigree, and Hitchens got it. Hitchens is the Olympian. I think people forget that dude really Olympian. And you know what I've been seeing lately? I've been seeing people call the Olympians like amateurs, still saying they got amateur styles because they don't get knockouts. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard, ever. That pedigree is why these dudes can win at that level. Julio Hitchens, a good fight. Good match. That's a good fight. I'll watch it. I give Dad more respect if he fought under that IBF, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, I don't see him, Cash. I don't see him doing it. And I ain't knocking him. You know, Hitchens had his reservations on doing it right, but we seen he, at the end of the day, he done it. But I don't see Devin doing that because I think that obviously, like, that's gonna hurt. That him not being able to balloon that weight back or put all that weight back on, he ain't gonna enjoy that too tough, y'all. He ain't gonna enjoy it. Julio will box Hitchens' ears off. I definitely don't see that. I don't know what y'all be watching. Where y'all? What? Julio not a better boxer than Hitchens to me. It's just my opinion, but I think if they fight, I think Hitchens could beat that guy. Watch Mauricio put in that call, make it a unification. I'll be all for it to be a damn good fight. Be a damn good fight. I think Hitchens is first Haitian to become world champion. Is Berto Haitian? I thought Andre Berto was Haitian. Andre Berto was Haitian. Let's keep rolling, man. So another fight I wanted to talk about while we was here, y'all. Robeisy Ramirez. Let's switch gears for a second, man. Robeisy Ramirez, a lot more active with his hands. Make it unification. Hot potato. Yes, hopefully we see them out. So they gotta mix it up, unify. We want dudes gotta start mixing it up. But Robeisy fought this past Saturday too, man. A rematch with Rafael Espinoza, y'all. Rematch with Rafael Espinoza, but you know, they calling him a quitter. They calling Robeisy a quitter right now. And I get it, but I don't know. It's simple. Like, do you feel like a guy should be willing to kill himself or risk his eye? I just don't think he was willing to risk it. I think he felt something. I think he went over there to his corner, told him he was having double vision. They told him to try to fight through it. He went out there and did. And I think the very next punch that landed was like a straight right hand, right on that eye. And it looked like maybe his orbital bone or something is broke. Mauricio Suleiman and Turkey Al-Sheikh unveiled WBC Grand Prix, a boxing tournament. Yeah. I don't even know. I had to read into that. I see it, Feet. Let me get back to this. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. The medical report was released. Yeah, what happened? I didn't catch it. Is it broke? Is it a broke orbital? Mess tongue tie my words. Is it a broken orbital bone? Robeisy quit for the right reason. I understand it. I'm with you. I mean, look, this is where I'm at with it. I almost got distracted. Pardon me, y'all. I've been getting like loads of DMs. Like I be having to address it. People are DM me the whole time I'm live. Like I'm supposed to keep taking my phone and like checking my DM, and they be sending me stuff that don't even be boxing related. Like that's starting to piss me off real bad. D Young, what's good? Let me get back to this, man. Let's keep running through this, man. Let's get through this. Let me try not to get distracted again, man. People be bugging too much, man. Should be at the show. 4 o'clock, my office hours, 4 to 8, man. 4 o'clock. If you DMing me stuff that's not boxing related, we gonna have it. I'm blocking you from now on. I'm blocking people. That shit is annoying. Anyway, back to this. Like I was saying, man, I'm with you, Dub. I'm not big on just like, I get it. People are fans and they respond like fans. I don't feel like guys are supposed to risk their eyesight for a fight. I mean, your eye done is done, bro. It's unfortunate. Look, I respect the ones that fight through it, but I'm not about to question the guy's toughness if he don't want to lose his eye. That's me. This is just my opinion. I'm just giving y'all my thoughts. He felt it, tried to fight through it, took a punch right there in the eye. He turned around. That was it. 704 Joe, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? Espinoza gonna put anywhere in the dirt. Bilateral fracture. It's the exact answer. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not saying lose your eye. R.I.P. to Israel Vasquez, if I'm not mistaken, he had issues with his vision due to fights that he had in his career, tough fights. Antonio Margarito, I think he got his face beat up pretty good when he fought Pacquiao. I think his eyes still not the same. Like, dude's eyes never return to form. Abner Mares' eye never right. It's easy to try to point out the couple times where guys fought through it. I get it. That shit is cool, but as a fight fan, I'm not asking a guy to lose his eye for my entertainment at all. It's a freak injury. You seen it with Lucas Matisse. He got stopped by Victor Posto. I think he said he felt something pop. It wasn't right. He was out of there too. I get it. Some guys threshold for pain or their willingness to go on or put it all on the line is just on another level. Me personally, I think Robeisy is world class. It's unfortunate. It's a freak accident. Yeah, you will want to see him try to fight through it, but at what cost? And then I want to hold the presses a little bit because look at this with me, y'all. Check this clip out.
Weight championship. A night when he lost the belt a year ago, as once again a pause in the action. That is it.
And then your feet get tangled up.
Hey, stop. Watch that elbow.
Do y'all see this, y'all?
One frame of Espinoza checking in.
Is it me or is he intentionally throwing elbows?
From Chris
bro?
Flores about the elbow.
Yeah, I mean, Ramirez told us in the fighter meetings he was worried about.
Is this tall, goofy ass dude
Right
intentionally
hand.
throwing elbows or what? He's slinging them joints.
Then just picking up his legs and moving. Then just picking up his legs and moving.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to my guy. I don't know, man.
Basie, Ramirez, there's no blue. Basie, Ramirez, there's no blue.
His WBO featherweight championship. A night when he lost the belt a year ago as one.
Man, Robeisy, man, I feel you, bro. I wouldn't have ate no more of them elbows neither. I wouldn't have, hey, call me what you want. I wouldn't have ate no more of them elbows neither. That's intentional as hell. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's why I reserved my judgment on calling him a quitter. They didn't even protect him. This man was throwing multiple elbows on top of low blows. Rafael Espinoza, I was rocking with you up until last night. That shit is bogus. You intentionally threw elbows. You fractured that man's eye and orbital all up. I ain't rocking with you. I think he should have been DQ'd straight like that. So look, I get it. Didn't look good for Robeisy to turn his back and say, hey, man, I'm up out of here. But the man was throwing elbows like hooks. 6-1, and he was losing on the cards. Nah, I think Robeisy had something for his ass, and he found a way. He found a way, bro, and it worked out for him. I'm sorry. That shit, I'm going to play it one more time, y'all. That shit clear as day. This man throwing, what is it, Muay Thai elbows? Like, come on, dude. Let me find out Rafael Espinoza need to be in the cage somewhere. Go to the cage if you want to do that. They have a sport. Somebody tell Espinoza they really got a sport where you could do that. They got one. They got one. But let me just know they get to throw elbows back, though. Just somebody tell them that. And they wear them little ass gloves. They get to kick, knee, and all that. Tell his ass to go jump in the cage if he want to throw elbows, bro. Look at this.
And then your feet get tangled up.
Hey, stop. Watch that elbow.
Wow, bro. Look, he telling them, watch that elbow. Nah, bro, he should have been DQ'd, bro.
One frame of Espinoza checking in.
BC, man, I was rooting for you last night, dude.
Warning from Chris Flores about the elbow.
Yeah, I mean, Ramirez told us in the fighter meetings he was worried about.
Look, imagine if that one would have hit the eye,
hand.
though. This dude is a goofy, man. I don't respect him. And I hope somebody beat his
just
ass
picking up his legs and moving. Then just picking up his legs and moving.
I can't root for you, bro. I ain't tripping on the low blow. That's regular, bro. The elbow is disrespectful.
Basie, Ramirez, there's no blue. Basie, Ramirez, there's no blue.
His WBO featherweight championship. A night when he lost the belt a year ago as one.
I'm good, bro. Like, man, it's got this damn katana blade in my eye. Man, hell no. You can chop my boy Robeisy all up. Get him out of here. Get him out of boxing, bro. Nah, man. Damn, man. I can't rock with that, bro. He was losing too, bro. You was losing. That's what it was. He was on your ass. Robeisy made some adjustments. Now, I ain't gonna lie. That fight was very close to, similar to the first one, but I can't rock with the elbows, y'all. And they cheated us out of a good fight because we know them two make great entertainment. That would have been a great fight, bro. Never fought like that, yo. He wild for that, bro. That's how you know how good Robeisy is, but we not gonna see none of that. We gonna just see him. All we remember is this. This all we remember.
Championship. A night when he lost the belt a year ago as once again a pause in the action. That is it. Robeisy just stopped.
He might have got his gut. I don't want to.
He ain't just stop. It looked that way. That's a bad look on TV. Shout out to Robeisy, man, but that man was throwing elbows at you, bro. He could have ended your career last night. All on purpose because he didn't want to take an L. I can't respect that. You beat the man already. Y'all fought hard. Y'all had a great fight the first time. Everybody was excited to watch the rematch because of the first fight. And then it ended in the sixth round, and it looked like you out there kicking ass, but really you throwing elbows like a whole UFC fighter. Can't respect it, bro. Can't respect it. Rafael Espinoza, when you lose, man, that's going to be your karma, bro. And I don't root on nobody's downfall, but that was wild. You cheated us out of a good-ass fight. He was up on the cards. He was beating you. That's why you celebrated like that when he turned away, because you figured you got the job done. Yeah, I finally got him up out of there. And it's crazy because the punch, it was a clean punch that landed, right? It was a clean ass punch that landed that made it look like he messed the eye up, but it was really them elbows. I don't want to hear. I don't even care if they didn't land. That's how I'm on it, yo. I don't even care if they didn't land. The fact that he intentionally threw several elbows, I'm good on him. I don't give a damn about his win. I don't care what punch he landed or none of that. He bogus as hell. And everybody missed that. Everybody missed that. Nah, bro. Hell nah. Shout out to my baby girl in the super chat, man. Because it's a problem in the black community. Shout out to my baby girl. Appreciate you, man. Rafael Espinoza could I don't care for him no more. Y'all after seeing that, he cheated us. That fight was a great fight. That fight was gonna be just as good as the first one. Could have been even better, but we would never know now that he just did this. He just
and we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
My bad, y'all. My bad. Justice said if they want to fight dirty, then sometimes, yeah, you gotta get dirty with them, man. Yeah. And unfortunately, Robeisy just wasn't on that type of time, bro. He was trying to box. He was trying to get in there and scrap, man. Shout out to my baby girl. She said support again. Back again.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
2 might slip, yeah, not 7, right. Yeah, credit to Robeisy for keeping his head. I don't know how he stayed composed after that. I'm not gonna hold you, bro, because if I'm in there fighting clean and you throwing elbows, I'm not trying to watch the elbow. I'm trying to hear the next time you throw an elbow, bro, intentionally, I'm throwing one back and the fight over. And you know it's usually the person that retaliated that get caught, but that just would have had to happen. Because there's no way I would have continued to fight you straight up and you out here throwing hella elbows, bro. You know what I mean? Snack Espinoza with the hella elbows. Hell, you're throwing all them damn elbows. That was wicked work, bro. Yeah, I doubt if that happened. Sandor was a good comeback fight too. I thought for Haney, I thought so. If Teo fight Boots, I respect it. Yeah, I just think the side factors. I think it's convenient again that Teo want fight everybody outside of his division. I don't see him going back up and then coming back down. He got to vacate that title to prove to me that he really gonna fight Boots. I don't believe it. His first fight at 47. I ain't saying they ain't talking, but I don't believe a fight is gonna come out of that. I would love to see it though, because I don't see him beating Boots. I just don't. I don't think he's gonna have no advantages. But if he that brave to take a fight like that, let's see it. Well, let's see it. But he won't get no respect. It's the bad timing. They're gonna say you brought up a small fighter. It's not a unification. You should have just went up to 54. You scared to go to 54. You scared of Virgil. You really dug Virgil. What happened to Brian Norman? And the list goes on and on. So I think if Boots just need to secure unification. It ain't all up to him, but I think he needs to just stick to his plan. And if all else fails, go to 54. Panku said 2-2. Salute to you, bro. If he beats down his leg, Boots will get his credit. I don't think so. I don't think Boots will get no credit for beating him down. I mean, to a degree, I'll say this, to a degree, because people ain't going to 100% completely dismiss the fight, but there are a lot of detractors right now with Boots, and you've seen it. He ain't even had to move to 54 to be a duck. Think about it. That's how desperate people are getting for the narratives. You don't even got to be in the same weight class no more, and you ducking. You know what I'm saying? You ducking. You ain't got to be in the same weight class. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous work, bro. Ridiculous work, bro. Ridiculous, man. But I doubt it. Like I said, I just don't see no fight coming out of that, man. I don't. Boy. Hold on, y'all. So let's keep rolling, man. Trying not to get distracted, y'all. Trying not to. This is something else Devin Haney says. See, they back in rare form. He going at Coach Kenny. Told Coach Kenny, since your fighters keep losing, how about you stop training? Coach Kenny says, since Devin coming off a loss and Jalil just lost, how about Turkey? I was cheap. Use them to square, arrange for them to square up. I know that wouldn't happen. Like I said, it wouldn't make no sense for that fight to happen. But it's good to see Dad back in rare form, talking his trash. You know, Robeisy, shots at him, shots at Jalil Hackett. He on one. You know what I mean? He released Liam Paro sparring footage, but justice for Robeisy, man, and your eye, bro. Justice for your eye, bro. Bro, bogus as hell out here chucking elbows like a UFC fighter, man. And ain't nobody gonna call that for that, man. They like, nah, he a quitter, yo. Quitter. He's a quitter. He's a quitter, yo. He's a quitter. He's supposed to lose his eyeball in there. Yeah, he was supposed to lose his vision. I don't care if you can't see. I ain't heard Tim Bradley telling his story. Yeah, I remember one time when I was fighting and I was seeing triple. You know what my coach told me? Yeah, hit the one in the middle. Shut up, man. Shut up. Always trying to top the story, bro. If he'd have said he was seeing 3, you'd have said you had a fight where you was seeing 4. Just chill, bro. Chill, man. Justice for Robeisy. He bogus as hell. This man was throwing them katana blade elbows to the eye. I'm pretty sure he landed him. Robeisy knew what he felt. He said he got hit with an elbow earlier than that. He was seeing double. They still sent him out there to fight. He tried to fight. Tay was good with it, and I rock with him because of it. I'm not about to sit here and get elbowed for 12 rounds because y'all can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm not getting that. I signed up to box, not get elbowed in my shit. Not just straight like that. Call me what you want. If he was punching me cleanly and I just turned around and was like, I don't want to take no more, y'all want to say I quit, by all means. But if he throwing that little sharp-ass elbow, he really had a technique about him. You see how he was turning them joints? Throwing them joints, man. Nah, bro. It's over. He don't deserve to win. They need to run the tape back. They should disqualify that dude. I'm dead serious, man. No contest. I don't care what. He don't deserve a win, bro. Rafael, you bogus as hell. Those elbows is on purpose. You big as hell fighting that little ass dude. Robeisy like 5'6" or something. You out here throwing elbows. You like 6'1". Nah, hell no. Hell, how tall is this idiot? Nah, bro. I was liking this dude until last night, bro. Nah. Elbow my man right up out the ring, bro. Now he on his second loss, first knockout loss, second loss in a row, third loss, first knockout loss. It's all bad for Robeisy, man. Man came all the way over here. To get elbowed out the ring, bro. By this, he's 6'1". You out here fighting a guy and you throwing elbows? You's a whole sucker. Nah, he's soft as hell. I don't care. This the only time y'all gonna hear me talk like this. And Keller was good with it, bro. That's some soft ass shit right there, bro. That's a sucker move. That's worse than headbutting your way out of there, low blowing your way out of a fight. You legit threw elbows all the way into this, and then you got a punch after the elbow, and his eye said no more, no mas, man. Man, bro. I think Robeisy was gonna win last night. I ain't gonna hold you. He was up on the cards. I thought he was gonna win. I think he made some adjustments that was going to put him in position, man. Espinoza on that Zimpy weight cut. Phantom's dirty. What's good with it, man? Kello, what's good, bro? The ESPN actor. Like they combed through the footage and couldn't find it. Oh, yeah, they did. They lied, bro. And then we find several. One more time, and we're going to move on. I ain't going to play it again, but I got to play it for anybody, again, that didn't see this. If they couldn't see this in the footage, they didn't try to see it.
And then your feet get tangled up.
Hey, stop. Watch that elbow.
Ain't no damn
way. One frame of Espinoza checking in.
Come on, man. The elbow, man. Look,
warning from Chris Flores about the elbow.
Ramirez told us in the fighter means he was worried about.
He missed with that one. That one
right hand.
Right. Look, got him. Elbow. Look, elbow. Look.
Did he just picking up his legs and
I'm definitely posting this on Twitter, yo. Rafael Espinoza got a Twitter. I'm tagging him, yo. I'm starting some shit today. Dirty fighter, bro.
Robeisy, Ramirez. There's no blue. Robeisy, Ramirez. There's no blue.
His WBO featherweight championship. A night when he lost the belt a year ago as one.
BC was like, man, hell nah. I ain't letting this dude elbow me no more. Broke my man Orbital, man. Y'all, okay. All right. That's how you feel. Okay. Do my man Robeisy like that. That's nasty, man. Justice for this guy. He was fighting a phenomenal fight. He was up. I think he would have got his win. I ain't just saying that. I do. He needed that win, yo. He really needed that. It's his third loss, bro. Second in a row. And it's a knockout. He said, call the timeout. Yeah, Robeisy was like, nah. He probably felt it, bro. He was like, yeah, that'll be it, dog. That's gonna be it. I need my eye, bro. Bogus work, man. Bogus, yo. Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate, bro. Did my man like that. That's okay. He'll be back, though. He'll bounce back. Hopefully his people don't abandon him and throw him away, because he done lost 3 times. Discussing as some proper Muay Thai fight. Yeah, he thought he was in Muay Thai. For real. Throw the challenge flag. Yeah, he did my man dirty, man. Man, I'm telling you, no evidence, yo. The fight, they would have known. I'd have told that man, yo, you throw another elbow on everything. The gloves coming off, bro. Gloves coming off, man. Shout out to my bro D for the win. Appreciate the 5-piece family. How you been, Brody? What's good with your family?
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just.
Right, he did, man. He'll be back. Shout out to LetsBuild. He'll be back, man. He'll be back again, man. I know he just needed this fight, though. You get me? Not, or was it? Did he? I thought this. Hold on. Am I tripping? He fought somebody in between? No, I'm talking about. Hold on. Did I see it? I might didn't see it. Hold on, Dub, man. Make sure I ain't tripping. Man, I hated that for him, though. I hated to see the fight. At first, I was tripping because it was on mute. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm like, did they stop the fight, bro? What just happened? I'm like, damn, bro. Brandon, Benitez. Did I see this 7th round KO? I might have. I don't remember this. I don't remember this shit. Well, second loss in a row to that guy. Let me say, both of his losses, his last 2 losses are to him. You know, the other one he avenged the Adam Gonzalez guy, beat him up in a rematch. Man, that sucks, man. That sucks, man. Majority decision to a damn knockout because of the elbows, man. Rafael Espinoza is slick, bro. You gonna get yours, B. Do my guy Robeisy like that. I seen clean elbows. Brandon Benitez, appreciate you. I just seen it. 7th round KO. Robeisy is 30. He 30. Hold back his calf. I'm telling you something. He lost the pro debut and bounced back. And Adam Gonzalez, he punched snot out that kid's nose the next time he fought him. Really punched snot out his nose. He did a number on him. Buddy. He ain't stopped him, but he kicked his ass, though. Beat him up pretty good. Hopefully he bounced back again. Hopefully the boxing world don't throw him away after that loss, you know? Because that was disgusting work. You know what I'm saying? So I would have tapped out too. I'm not gonna sit here and eat long ass elbows for 12 rounds neither, because nobody could see it. I don't want to start blaming people, but somebody had to see that, bro. Like that's nasty work, bro. Intentional as hell, but maybe it's harder to see in real time, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna get yours, B. You know what I'm saying? Olympic gold medals, BS. Olympic platinum medalists, y'all stupid. Going into gold medalists, man. You see that elbow to the body? Yeah. Couple low blows in there. He slipped some low blows in there. Yeah. Bring in the brat. Bring in the brat. You're a crybaby, dude. Why you making all the noise out there? Got stuff to do, bro. Why every time I'm up here, you make all that racket, G? Say what's up. just probably want to touch though. Dude being Warriors. Robeisy had a couple tough fights, man. I mean, the Espinoza fights was tough, but this one could have been worse. But then the fracture, man. So that sucks. But I know he'll bounce back. He's still talented, man. It's all about his mental. As long as he mentally good, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. I like Robeisy, man. Want to see him bounce back, but justice for him, man, because he be wanting to come here every time. Justice for him, because that was nasty, man. Them elbows was nasty. So I just want to see the man get his back. What's up, baby boy?
Mama.
What's up, baby boy?
Mama.
I don't want to read that yet. What else? Something else I was going to talk to you about. Robeisy thought he was fighting Marlock. I'm telling you, bro, hella elbows was crazy. Muay Thai blows too. So we seen when Teo went on ESPN, right? And he he said he
if you could wave a magic wand, really, who do you want? Let me see. Jerron Ennis Boots, Gervonta Davis, and finish with Terrence Crawford. Fuck yeah. Sorry for my language, ESPN.
So you see, it's no surprise there, Tank. So I was listening in to a live earlier. Ellie Sekback. Ellie Sekback was live. He's in a Robert Garcia gym. He asked Robert Garcia about, Tank and Teo. I just happened to catch it, so I just clipped it. So we're going to listen to what Robert had to say about this.
Robert, with injuries, he looked bad with Madrid, even if he won.
One day you can look really good, and then the next fight you look like shit. When you age, that just happens.
It's normal.
It's happened a lot. So you never know what problem.
Okay.
When Trump's going to show that already.
What about Teo? Also called out Gervonta Davis. What do you think about Teo and Gervonta and Teo?
Gervonta won't fight him.
No, but if they did fight,
Gervonta won't fight
Tank
him.
said that that's one of his fights that he wants.
He would have already done it fucking 2 or 3 years ago. He doesn't want it.
Robert, it's a business too.
Yeah, but not to be if you want to be a fucking legend.
He is a legend.
For what? For selling out arenas?
Yes.
Make you a legend.
He's 3-division champion. 3-division champion at the same time, while moving up and down in weight. He's legendary.
Robert, what?
But look at Teofimo Lopez at 15 fights, won a championship with Comey. 16 fights, beat Loma. Beat Josh Taylor. You're out? All right. Shouldn't Teo be on everyone's pound for pound list given his achievements?
I don't know about the pound for pound.
Two-time.
But he doesn't fight that often, I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I think so. Skill-wise, talent.
No, he's a good fighter. Really good.
But if he fights Boots, that's a big fight. Everyone's going to tune in.
Yeah,
and at 47, right?
They were talking about it over there in Arizona. A lot of people talked about it.
That means that it probably is happening.
Yeah, man, that'd be nice. It is nice.
Nah, that's because they talking about it. So they always. It's funny how when a fight don't materialize, these dudes they always blame one guy why the fight don't happen. I'll say this, man. I know business be doing what it's going to do. I'm not going to tell you that Tank is actively seeking out Teofimo because that wouldn't be true, right? I mean, he don't move like that, but I wouldn't say that outside of him mentioning his name. I haven't seen anything that would make me think he's trying to fight him either. And he's a lightweight, so at the end of the day, I don't see that happening. But look, they said they in talks with Boots. I doubt if that fight happened. I'm not falling for that. I think, like I said, it's a smoke screen. I think Teo just his focus being on everybody outside of 140 after saying he's going to chase the belts and unify is kind of making me feel like he don't know what he want to do either. I think he's just throwing shit on the wall and seeing what stick. Maybe he do surprise us and take a Boots in his fight. But like I said, I seriously doubt it. And I don't see it working out in Boots' favor in terms of being able to get his just due for a fight like that. They feel like he's too small. He's not going to have a lot of advantages over Jerron Ennis, and it's not going to be a fight. It would do some good. Like on paper, it's a good name, but as far as what you're trying to accomplish at 47, it doesn't move the needle in that regard. So it's up to Boots what he going to do, but I doubt it. And then somebody say that Boots found out on social media that they negotiating. So again, with him saying that if it didn't come from him, I'm going to just take all that stuff with a grain of salt until I see him speak on it. He said he's going to be more hands-on. He's going to make sure that he more involved in the business and what's going on with him in his career. So I'm gonna hold him to it. So let's see what Boots got to say about all of this. But I don't know. Never bad talk tank until he became Rio trainer. Right. I think, you know what? I think what it is though, man. Like, look, it's easy to critique that it's easy to critique Tank because he's in a position that most people will want to be in. Let's just call it what it is. We being honest, he in a position most people will want to be in. And you get me? I think it's just easy to throw rocks at it, right? To look from the outside looking in and say, oh, well, you're selling out arenas. Like it's gotten to the point where they almost make that sound like it's a bad thing. Like, why? You're the man because you sell tickets? Like, it almost sounds crazy. That's why I say I don't watch boxing through that set of lens where I'm trying to downplay everything these dudes do. He is the man in his own right because he draw a lot of attention. He put the asses in seats. He must see TV. People support the fights. It's just what it is. But all that pound for pound shit is subjective anyway. And you just heard it out his mouth. He say he ain't worried about no legacy and all that shit. He worried about getting his money and getting up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So let the people argue about that. I think he fine doing exactly what he doing. So whether or not if he ever gonna fight Tia, who knows what the future will hold. But I don't think it's a matter of him just not wanting it because I haven't seen Tio. Like, what, you can't convince me that you want to fight when you're not even in the same weight class. Like, because you can't want to fight, you know, a guy at lightweight and then a guy at 54 as well, and then a guy at 47. That shit, you just literally all over the place. So we'll see what stick. The difference is now with this boot situation, as I said before, now somehow you hearing about Aaron being in play, like, or being in talks, and he's the one revealing that his negotiations going on, or talks, should I say talks. So I don't think much gonna come of it. I just don't see it. I don't think Tio that foolish. I think if he's smart, he'll continue to chase titles at 140. I think him and Richardson Hitchens is a good fight. Him and Devin Haney. It's just so many mixes and matches at 140. I think they're good fights for him, winnable fights too. Competitive, good fights that people want to see him in. If he dip his toe in 47, I just don't see him beating Boots. And then I think that'd be it for his run at 140, respectfully. I think if you was to go up, lose, come back down, you might, you know, really stagnate the growth and progress of your career more than you already have. So yeah, he's talking about Teal with that, but he said, you know, he was downplaying that he a legend because why? Because he sell arenas. Yeah, but he said he don't know about Teal on the pound for pound list too. I don't think he trying to diss. Some people just be giving their opinions, right? Everybody's opinion gonna be different, right? If you somebody that's cool with him being a legend where he's from and beating the odds, and you understand the come up, then you not and you feel like you comfortable with the fact that you can't control who he fight. You're just gonna support it if it's something worth supporting. Then you know what I mean? It is what it is, but I don't think Tank care. I don't know what I'm saying about the same shit people care about. They gonna argue about his legacy, his resume, and who he fought and how much money he made. He gonna be chilling. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Yeah, Robert is solid. He's solid, man. But people just be having their opinions. But all that stuff be subjective. Like I just couldn't picture fighters from back in the day talking about, like, worried about pound for pound and who's Hall of Famers, all this shit while you active. Those conversations seem like they suited for when you've had a whole entire successful career and you've retired, not when you're still in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's early for all of that conversation. Like, the pound for pound talk is always going to be there. At the end of the day, man, just wait till people retire and have that conversation and see where they stack up against everybody else. Because no matter what, it's always going to be opinionated and subjective and easy to argue anyway. So that's why I appreciate it for what it is, man. I like seeing Hitchens win his first world title and his first opportunity. I love seeing it, but we got people talking about he should have did X, Y, and Z, and the fight was boring, and I fell asleep. So what's wrong with boxing? We don't even support the best talent that we got. Shout out to Big Supreme. What it do, man? Right, and take 10-5-35. So that's why Robert mad. he the one said he want to fight for the rest of the year anyway. And they had that situation going on with Pitbull. Is why they couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? So they never was gonna get that fight realistically next because of that, though. You know what I mean? But we'll see, man. We'll see. But shout out to Robeisy. Bounce back. Jalil Hackett, hold your head. Man, keep working. I think they took it from you. You know, maybe it's up for debate, but I doubt it, man. They took it from him. They took that John from the youngin', man. So the Haneys are back. They training. They talking. They trolling. They dropping sparring footage. They back in rare form, man. So y'all can expect to be hearing more from 40 Mil Bill and the Haneyacks, as they call them, man. But that's all I got for today, man. I appreciate everybody in the building, man. Much love to y'all. Y'all make sure y'all punch the like button if y'all didn't. If you ain't sub, make sure you do. Smash the like button, subs to the channel, notifications on. Appreciate everybody in the super chat, cash app. Much love to everybody. Another dope build in the books. Let's see what's next for Hackett. He gonna have to bounce back. They say they getting right back to it after they hit the drawing board. So that's what I want to see. Hydratos clan. Peace, Aisha. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. He say he whipped that elbow out. The ref ain't noticed. Yeah, that shit is crazy, yo. Them elbows. I think he should be disqualified. I really do. But let's Hackett, hold your head, bounce back. Richardson, Hitchens, and the new. He did it like I said he was gonna do it. Hopefully he get to make some meaningful fights. Eddie Hearn speaking Teo speaking everybody else. Hopefully they can get in there. I love to see it. That let's see what Haney do when he come back and all of that. But with that, man, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. With that, I'll see all of y'all tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Y'all already know the drill, man. Much love to everybody, man. Peace to the fan.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. .4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.